What will be your good fortune in the month of February 2026? What will be your good fortune? Okay, what's the good news you're going to hear? What good things are going to come into your life in the month of February 2026? We're going to go for some very specific messages here today. Hi, my name is Diana, Psychic Intuitive, and before you are 4 piles to choose from. Pile 1 is from the Housewives Tarot, and along with it comes the purple crystal. Pile 2 is from the Tarot of the Pyramids, and with it comes the striated pink crystal, clear and pink crystal. Pile 3 is from the Tarot of Oneness, and it comes along with the green and black stone or crystal. And pile 4 is from the When Women Had Wings tarot deck, and it comes along with the turquoise crystal or stone. So go ahead and choose one of these that you feel the most called to based on your intuition. If you're not clear, you may be feeling called 1, 2, 3. And if you're not clear and you don't know which one you're interested in, then let me go ahead and add some zodiac signs and this will help you choose, okay? Pile 1 comes along with the Pisces, Scorpio, and Virgo zodiac. Pile 2 comes along with the Libra, Aquarius, and Sagittarius zodiac. Pile 3 comes along with the Aries, Capricorn, and Leo zodiac. And pile 4 comes along with the Gemini, Taurus, and Cancer zodiac. So this could be either your sun sign or your ascendant. Feel free to choose however you like. You may choose a pile based on your intuition, whichever you're most attracted to, the cards, and an additional pile based on your zodiac. Alright, feel free to pause the video if you have to, make your choice or choices, and I will see you at your reading or readings. Welcome to your reading pile 1. So let's go ahead and take a look at what good fortune, good news is coming into your life in the month of February 2026. You are pile 1. I'll put your number over there. You also chose this beautiful purple crystal. Stick it right over there, or violet, depending on how you look at it. So I'm getting that you're going to be elevating your vibration in the month of February 2026. There's this idea that you're going to feel more in touch with your spiritual side. And I do feel an influx of peace as well. We got Pisces. You may have chosen Pisces, Scorpio, and Virgo. Okay. Yeah. So I'm just getting this vibe like maybe there was some sort of stressful situation going on. That's going to be, like I was saying earlier, there's this, your vibration is going to be raised. So you're going to go from sort of a low vibration, chaotic or conflicted energy to a more peaceful one. I see elevation also, just this idea of elevation when it comes to maybe your status, probably more luxury in your life, maybe even a sense of power. Maybe you'll be given more power, something like this. Yeah, like a magical spiritual vibe coming into your month of February 2026. We have the King of Wands. Okay. So I'm getting leadership vibes for you guys. Pile 1. Leadership. Taking leadership or being more assertive. Maybe even overcoming a certain type of challenge. That's a possibility. Oops. You may be dealing with a male figure in the month of January 2026 who is more assertive, takes charge, that kind of thing. Doesn't play around. This is sure-footed energy. This is the energy of someone coming in who is strong. Okay, strong energy. Could be yours, could be someone else's. Maybe you've been wanting someone to be more assertive with you, and they will be. Take charge. Or this could be you just be taking charge and thereby maybe elevating your status. I'm getting career, so this could be in your career. I'm getting like vision. You can have a certain vision when it comes to how you pursue your career, or perhaps something within your career, maybe your job. You're going to have some sort of vision for what you want to accomplish at your job. This good fortune coming into your life in February 2026 has to do with your career, or has to do with you taking charge in your career. Maybe you weren't allowed to, maybe you were being limited or something like this, and you will be given the power, or you'll be taking the power and making something happen for you when it comes to your career. We have, I am independent. The quality of work you can produce when you're going at it alone is almost unbelievable. You are as independent as you are ambitious. That really goes along with the King of Wands. Capable of performing every step of the way with efficiency, focus, and skill. I am independent. So like I said, if you have been maybe in your career feeling like you weren't able to move forward, or you're feeling stymied or held back, I see that in February 2026, you're going to be taking charge and moving forward with things. You're going to find the confidence. I'm also getting that if you've been waiting to hear back from someone, I see someone in your career field who's going to be being more assertive and taking charge and moving forward. I'm also getting that perhaps you will become independent in your career if that's something you're looking for, pile 1. Perhaps you don't want to work for other people, and February is a month where you will finally be taking those steps to make it happen for yourself, to be an independent, maybe contractor or entrepreneur or something like this. It's this independent vibe or energy coming into your world, pile 1, when it comes to your career specifically, and also or your work, right? That's definitely emphasized here. We got the King of Wands, which is bringing the point home even further. Next, we're getting financial blessings raining down on you. So I do see that you'll be receiving some sort of financial reward in the month of February 2026, having to do with your career and the efforts you've been making in your career. It's finally going to be paying off. You're going to be more efficient. Your focus and your efficiency and skill that you've been applying to your career is going to yield a financial blessing raining down on you. That's what we're seeing for you, pile 1. So this is one of your first pieces of good fortune coming into your life in February 2026. All right, just take it as it resonates, okay? Next, we're getting the Knight of Swords. Okay. I feel like something's going to happen very quickly for you in February 2026. Perhaps also I'm getting that you have been dealing with someone who was a bit callous, not patient with you, kind of cutting words and blunt. I see that you'll be taking action to defend your beliefs. That's a message coming through for some of y'all. But I am seeing also that you may have been dealing with someone who has a certain disregard for consequence, and kind of a very blunt, rude type of person that you have been dealing with. Okay. Next, we are getting the Great Power. Your second piece of good fortune has to do with this person or this situation where you're defending your beliefs, or you're dealing with someone who's rude. You're having to stand up for yourself. I see that people are going to admire this about you in the month of February 2026. People are going to admire that you speak up for yourself, that you get straight to the point, and that you're willing to cut anyone who's trying to get one over on you, or something like this. It might be a situation you've been dealing with where you're finally stepping up to the plate and showing them what you're made of, showing them you can't be messed with. And I feel like you're going to be loved for it, pile 1. We have Great Power, number 34. Strength of character, exactly, authority, dignity, influence, self-confidence, leadership, peak condition, and potency. So I do see you, again, we're getting these assertive energies that keep coming in for you in February 2026, paying off in some type of way. Perhaps you will land a position of authority. I am seeing that. Perhaps you will be promoted in February 2026, or you will get a job where you get to be the leader in your situation. And yeah, I feel like you're going to be in peak condition, and your energy is going to be very potent in February 2026, pile 1. Okay. You may be dealing with someone like this. It's possible you're going to be dealing with someone like this. Maybe what's going to happen is, if you are dealing with someone, or have been dealing with someone who's been rude to you, who's been callous, cold, rude, this kind of thing, then I'm getting that you are going to be empowered when you're dealing with this person. You're no longer going to be afraid. You're going to be in your full power dragon mode, okay? You're not going to let this person, step on you or push you aside any longer. It's not going to be happening, okay? I see you being like a wall against this person. They're not going to be able to just come in and cut through and all that. You're going to be like, no, I'm a wall. Try cutting a wall with a razor blade and see how far you get, okay? We have tribal commune, egungun. So in the Nigerian culture, we have egungun, which are like a masquerade. There's a festival that occurs there where it's a very religious, sacred, communal activity or festival. It's done every year. And this is a very fearsome character, Pawan, where it's not, the egungun is not to be messed with. Pawan, okay? They come through, sometimes they whip people, they're given money by the community to get them to go away. It's a part of the tradition. They're fearsome character. They represent, the spirits coming through and saying, hey, pay up. We have protected you throughout the year and we will continue to, but you need to, pay heed, pay attention, pay your respects. And I feel like this is the energy that you're going to be having in February 2026. You're going to be intimidating those who are trying to intimidate you, Pawan. Yes, I definitely see that coming through. That's going to be a message of good fortune coming into your February 2026. You got planning. Yeah, you're being very strategic when it comes to dealing with people who are being direct with you. Okay, too direct to the point where they're rude. You're going to be putting these people. You're going to have a plan of how you're going to deal with these people who are very rude to you or have been rude to you in the past. And you're going to be very, very strong in dealing with these people. You're going to put up a wall. They're going to be intimidated by you too, pal. They're going to be intimidated. They're going to be like, they're going to be afraid of you in February 2026. It could be you make an appearance somewhere and they're not going to try their mess with you. They're going to be intimidated. I'm also seeing, pal 1, that there's going to be some type of issue that you're going to be very strong in dealing with, Pal 1. Beginning here, now's the time to lay down the foundations for your future. Financial gains are more than likely. Yeah, so again, this is idea of being assertive, Pal 1. You've been assertive, and because of your assertiveness and taking charge of a certain situation, not being intimidated, getting out there, doing it, confronting something even, or taking the bull by the horns, you will be financially rewarded. You see, the financial gains are more than likely. Getting financial blessings are raining down on you. This is not a coincidence, Pile 1. You're going to be blessed financially in February 2026 because you had the gumption, you had the courage to go out there and take the bull by the horns when it came to your career, or when it came to someone who was trying to intimidate you in your career. That's a possibility, okay? And you're going to be the one who's intimidating. You're going to be the one who's impressive. You're going to be the one who's getting them to back down and be like, okay, you know what? Here, I'll get out of your way so you can make that money. Or, if they're holding back on you, they're going to be like, you know what? Here's that money. Here's the contract. Here's this, here's that. Here's the money. Hey, maybe clients will pay or something like this, because they're going to be intimidated by you and they're going to, come through and do what they need to do and settle up or pony up. I don't know what it is, okay? So take this as it resonates, Pile 1, okay? We have temperance, okay? So moderation is coming to play here for you, Pile 1. I feel like so for the third piece of good fortune coming into your February 2026, what I'm getting for you, Pile 1, is that something's going to be brought into moderation, okay? The right amounts of different things are going to be added to your situation. We're getting joy, sorrow, justice, anger. So if there was a situation you were dealing with where there was too much anger, it's going to be brought to the middle. Maybe someone you're dealing with that was too angry, or someone you're dealing with who was giving you too much of one thing. It's going to be brought into balance in February 2026. If your situation was being besieged by too many things that were making you feel sad, or making you feel exasperated, or like, oh my gosh, this is overwhelming, this is too much, then I feel like that's going to be tempered and things are going to calm down for you in February 2026. Also getting that if your situation was one where there wasn't enough of a certain kind of thing for your tastes. More of it is going to be getting poured in for you, either by yourself or other people. I feel like, this is an overall energy in your life. Okay, so it may not be a person, it could just be the overall vibe as well. Like basically where you're at in your life cycle in February 2026, as far as the cycles, the energies that you roll through as you traverse this world, as you traverse your life here on this planet, has reached a point where things are starting to finally come into balance for you. Okay, let's get your next oracle card on this column. We have Diamond. Okay, creative force, faithfulness, value, perfection, brilliance, commitment, light, purity, esteem, unconquerable force, multidimensional, multifaceted, invincible, spiritual power. Yeah, pile 1, I feel like you're finally going to be toughening up. There's just this toughening up energy, like you're hardening up. I feel like maybe you are a bit too soft with someone or easygoing with something, and I feel like you're finally going to get in there and just give it the right amount of pressure the situation or some situation in your life needs, and it's going to result in the birth of a diamond. I mean, this is another valuable item. We saw finances. Now we're seeing another valuable item here. So I do feel like there's some sort of valuable item or influx of resources that's going to come into your life in the month of February 2026, pile 1, and it's going to bring you a lot of joy. Wow, a lot of joy, pile 1. You're gonna be very happy about something. For a few of you, I'm getting that you're gonna be proposed to in February 2026. I see a diamond being presented, or a stone of some kind, where a commitment's gonna be made. I am getting that vibe as well. I see commitment. You'll finally be able to reach a good compromise in a certain situation, and they will commit itself to you. You'll finally reach the right synthesis of all the things that are needed for that situation. Could be a relationship, it could be a lot of things, but I'm getting a relationship here as well. But you're going to be very happy in February 2026, because I feel like someone or something is going to be committing itself to you, or something like this. We're getting Raphael, healer of physical ailments, answers, prayer, recovery, travel, safety, healing, pain relief, health, wellness. Ask for healing or protection from bodily harm during travel, and for help finding a lost love. Yeah, I'm definitely getting like a romantic vibe here. If you're in a relationship right now, pile 1, I feel like, and if you've been at it for a while, you may get a proposal in February 2026, or I just see some of this. Maybe you'll be making the proposal, I don't know. But I feel like it's finally going to be happening for you. And I see a male figure here. I feel like you are going to get a proposal for some of y'all. Just a few of you. I'm also getting that loyalty. We're seeing a dog here. There's this idea that like someone's going to be loyal to you in February 2026, pile 2. It doesn't have to be a relationship. I just get the feeling something's going to be like, you know what, I'm sticking by your side and I'm never letting go. I'm not letting go. I'm here to stay. So this could be a contract, could be a person, could be a relationship, could be your health. I do feel like maybe, with temperance, I'm also bringing certain substances under control. So if you've been working on detoxing, maybe eating less carbs, less sugars, or bringing certain types of things into your life, or maybe you've been taking a certain kind of medication, or to kind of tweak your internal balance, and I feel like you're going to be rewarded with good health, pile 1. Your health is going to be strong in February 2026, pile 1. You're going to be recovering. Yeah, I do feel like maybe something was out of balance, pile 1, with your health. That is coming through, and I feel that in February 2026, you've been working on it. I do feel that you've been working on it. You've been trying different things, seeing if I do less of this and more of that, would that help? Or more of this and less of that, or less of this or more of that, or maybe I'll try this different medicine, or try this different supplement, or always confirm everything with your doctor, of course. But you try putting these things in, and I feel like you're finally going to reach a very good balance or mix of like a good mix of treatment plan, medicine, supplements, lifestyle changes, whatever it is, and you're going to hit the jackpot when it comes to your health power. And you're going to be standing strong. Your body's going to be strong. You're going to be full of vitality. You're going to recover or bounce back from an illness. If you've been dealing with one, you're going to be very strong in February 2026. You're going to be okay. Maybe it's a cold or flu that's been lasting a while. You're going to get over it, pile one. You're going to be fine. You're going to be strong. I see someone standing strong here. So there's going to be some sort of transformation in that regard. Next, we're getting the 8 of Wands. Okay. So pile one, there's this idea that you'll be taking rapid action on something. Perhaps you were taking rapid action on something, and that's what this fourth piece of good fortune is all about. Something you were taking action on, you were making lots of moves on. Okay, I see movement, maybe exercise as well. Oh, I also feel like something maybe that was causing you a lot of disturbances is going to be coming to an end, being wrapped up and coming to a conclusion in February 2026. Next, we're getting hummingbirds. Okay. Hummingbirds, I'm seeing lots of movement, pile one. Hummingbirds flittering their wings really fast to hover and stay in place. So I'm seeing a lot of activity for you in February 2026. I feel like something that was stalled is going to be having a lot of movement. Things are going to be moving very quickly for you in February 2026. Yeah, definitely seeing something about that. If there'd been a lot of something that was bothering you, that was going on frequently, I feel like it's going to come to a pause or a holding position. And but I also see that if something was stalled or stymied, it's going to resume again in February 2026. It's going to be a lot more activity for you. We got Dagas, the day, the transformation, rune of the dawn of the light, which dominates the shade. It represents the transformation. So more transformation here for you, pile one. So if something's been stagnant, I'm definitely getting that vibe. If something's been stagnant, it's going to transform into more activities, and you're going to like it. Let's get more information on this column. We have gratitude. All humans suffer, and I find this idea revolutionary and freeing because the people who I envy, admire, and idolize suffer just as I do. So I choose overwhelming gratitude for my life, for I am all that I need. So I feel like, it's possible. I'm getting a few messages here, guys, that there's going to be someone in your life who maybe wasn't making moves towards you. And maybe because they were in a negative state of mind, or like a low vibrational state of mind, and maybe they felt like maybe they weren't believing in you, or maybe they didn't understand what they had in you, and they're gonna finally be making a move towards you in February 2026. I'm also getting that if you had been feeling like you weren't feeling good about things, I do see that will switch up for you in February, and there's going to be this like pickup of activity when it comes to being more positive. I see you smiling more in February 2026, pile one. I see you being on the go more, taking charge, swift action, being on the go because, maybe someone is going to say how grateful they are for you, and this is going to uplift your mood, and you're going to be just a buzz with excitement and happiness. I'm also feeling like you're just going to realize that you're not alone, pile one. You're going to realize that whatever you've been feeling stuck on, you're not alone in it. And there's no need for you to be jealous of other people who maybe are doing better than you, or who have whatever the stuck energy is. They are moving forward in their lives, and it's going. You're gonna stop comparing yourself to these people and realize that it's just simply your time to be paused, and we're not all on the same time schedule. You're gonna realize this, and you're gonna get into gratitude and actually enjoying this break, or enjoying this pause, okay, in something. It could have to do with some activity. It could have to do with relationships. It could be sex. I see that maybe you're going to get into a mode where you're not going to be like, why am I not getting as much, sex as I would like, or getting as much action in something. Might not be sex, might be something else. And you're going to realize, oh my gosh, it's okay. It's okay for me to be in a fallow moment right now. I'm just going to take my time, take deep breaths, drink some tea, relax, enjoy the moment. And I'm also getting that someone is going to be really grateful to you for what you've been doing. And that's going to be, for some reason, that's going to be really important to you. It's going to really light your fire and make you feel very excited about things again. Okay, you're going to get some sort of a head nod of appreciation. We got the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so something, you're going to be getting to keep something to yourself. You're going to acquire something. You're going to be holding on to something. You're going to get something and get to hold on to it. Okay, with the Four of Pentacles, I'm also getting that you'll be able to conserve your energy or conserve your maybe your frugality efforts, your efforts to be more your efforts to be more frugal, or your efforts to conserve your energy or your money or something like this is going to be very successful. I feel like you may be holding on to a source of income. You're not going to be losing it February 2026. Perhaps you feared losing something. I feel like you feared losing something, pile 1. But I see that in February, you're going to be holding on to it. We have the coiled snake. Okay. So, pile 1, I do feel like, I think you've been scared of something, scared that your situation would be attacked, or your situation would be identified as something that should be attacked or brought down. And I see that you're not going to have to worry about that in the month of February 2026. Everything will be intact. You won't have to worry about this situation where you felt like, any moment now, someone's going to come for me, or someone's going to attack me, or, I'm going to lose something like this. I feel like you're not going to have to worry about that, pile 1. We have Aries, the combative. Okay, yeah, exactly. Attack. I use that word. So, pile 1, I do feel like maybe you've been under attack of some kind. I see someone in a position of leadership. Maybe a boss figure has said some negative things about you, or someone in a position of leadership or authority has been sort of attacking you or sending attacks your way. Someone very combative. And I see that this person will not be attacking you. They may be attacking other people, but they're not going to be attacking you, pile 1. We're getting power lines energy for this column. Yeah, you're going to be in power, pile 1. You're going to hold on to your power. You are going to hold on to your power, pile 1. Your power is not going to be taken away when it comes to a certain situation. Perhaps power, maybe you want to hold on to some task or hold on to your authority in a certain endeavor at your work, and maybe you are concerned that this is going to be taken away from you, or maybe you're wanting to hold on to your money, and you are concerned you're going to be maybe sued or something like this, or maybe someone's going to come collect something from you. I feel like you're not going to have to worry about that in the month of February 2026, pile 1. You're going to be holding on to your situation. It's going to be nice and together. This person or this situation is not going to rip your goods, your power, your resources, your energy away from you. Okay, it's not going to happen in February 2026. You're going to be standing strong, standing tall, channeling all the energy you need to, and everything's going to be in order. Okay, nothing is going to be changed, nothing's going to be destroyed. I am seeing that. I think when it comes to a particular matter that is affecting your finances or affecting your sense of stability. Okay. For the 5th piece of good fortune that is coming your way February 2026, pile 1, we're getting the 6 of Pentacles. I see you're going to be getting paid. That's the first thing I'm seeing right out the bat, pile 1. You're going to be rewarded financially, or someone's going to throw you a few bones. I feel like a sense of charity as well, that you're going to be treated generously in the month of February 2026. Perhaps you've been waiting to receive something and you're finally going to be getting it in the month of February 2026. If you're concerned that you might have maybe losing your job, don't have to be worried about that. It's going to stay in place. Or maybe you were looking for a job too, with the 6 of Pentacles appearing. I'm getting this idea that you will be securing a job that pays you well. I see a smile on your face, so I feel like you're going to be happy with whatever they're paying you. Or I'm also seeing the receipt of a gift as well. I feel like you may be getting a gift in February 2026. It's going to make you very happy as well. We are getting, it's possible that you are giving to a situation as well. giving and not getting anything back, and finally you're going to be getting something back in February 2026. We have Gemini, curiosity, intellect, and networking. So I do see Pile 1, this activity going on with you where it's like you were reaching out to your network or reaching out to people you know, maybe for assistance or for aid or something like this. And for those of you, if this is true, then you're going to be getting assistance or aid in the month of February 2026. I do see that coming through for you. Your communication, your efforts to communicate your needs are either going to be heard, or you're going to finally, maybe you were communicating to some people or someone, or maybe could be the government, it could be your job, and I feel like you're going to be receiving that assistance or receiving some sort of influx of cash or a support of some kind. Okay. Next, we're getting Berkano, birth, nurture, and parenthood. All right. So Pile 1, there's this idea I'm seeing here that you will maybe receive help from your parents. That's a possibility for some of you. I'm also getting that you may be receiving child support. Very specific, I know. Maybe you've been waiting for child support. It's finally going to be getting to you in the month of February 2026. If you've been waiting and you are anticipating, well, it's coming. I'm also getting that you will be able to successfully take care of your loved ones in February 2026. Pay for something they need at school, or be able to take them shopping, or give gifts to your young one, something like this. You may be able to nurture your child, or also nurture your inner child. That's what I'm getting for some of you as well, Pile 1. There's something your inner child has been needing. Perhaps your inner child has been needing to express itself more, and you're finally going to be successful in this happening, perhaps in some particular matter. We have game over. Oh my goodness. So I do feel like maybe it's possible that you were trying to achieve something, Pile 1, when it came to receiving assistance, aid, or pay, and you're going to successfully accomplish it and be able to take care of you and yours successfully. You're going to receive some type of message in regards to maybe you having received a job, or some situation is going to be concluded that has to do with you being able to either get paid or receive assistance. And it's going to be a situation where there was already some ongoing communication. All right. I know it's very specific, so only take it as it resonates. Okay, Pile 1. So take what resonates here and leave the rest for others. We're getting that. Yeah, I just feel like maybe you were running low. It's possible you're running low on energy or running low on resources. And in the month of February 2026, you're going to be receiving a refill. Like you're going to be, getting like, you're going to be getting your energy level refilled back up. Like you're maybe running low on, possibly savings, or running low on food, or maybe not food. I don't know what it is. Maybe you hadn't gone shopping in a while, and maybe you were just kind of living lean for a bit. And as far as like loading or stocking your house up with groceries or things you need, because I'm seeing this food here. There's a kid. Now we got a kid down here. So there's this idea that you are going to be going shopping in February 2026. You can have the resources to go out and do a big trip and just reload and restock everything. That's a message for some of you. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to your seventh and final message about your seventh piece of good fortune coming into your life in February 2026. So you've been overloaded, overwhelmed, maybe doing a bit too much, very busy, very busy. Perhaps you were having to do everything, or maybe you were left holding the bag in some matter, and you are feeling drained or tired or overworked. That's possible. Feeling like you're doing too much. Okay, very interesting. It could be that you're coming to the end of this in February 2026. You're going to receive some kind of reprieve or rest or break from this. Maybe you are having to take on a lot because you were unable to delegate and have others do it, whatever it was. Okay, it could be that some of y'all, maybe you've been needing to clean your home or something like this. There's been a lot to do around the house. We got a moment of reflection. Okay, interesting. 10 of Swords. That's interesting. 10 of Wands and 10 of Swords. I put my foot down. Okay. Wow. Beautiful. We got inner truth. Okay. All right. So pile 1. I see that in the month of February 2026, you're going to be putting your foot down about, no, I'm done with being overburdened. I'm done with being overloaded. Okay. I'm going to honor how it is I really feel on the inside, which is that I have been doing too much. I've looked in the mirror. I've looked at my situation. I'm being completely honest. I've done as much as I can in regards to something. I don't know what it is. Okay, pile 1, you'd have to tell me. This is your energy coming through here. And I feel like you're just going to, maybe you were feeling put upon too. It might not be activities. You could just maybe feeling put upon by others. And you're going to bring it to an end in the month of February 2026. You're going to be like, you know what? No, I'm good. Actually, I'm good. I'm going to stop this. I'm going to stop letting people use me in some situation, or I'm going to stop with taking on too much. I'm going to focus on looking at, like, I think you're going to maybe look at your skin and realize you need to take better care of your skin. You need to take better care of you. I see you stretching more instead of bending over backwards, doing back-breaking labor or overextending yourself. That's going to come to a close. Yeah, I see, look, reflection, we got inner truth. So I just feel you're going to honor your inner self in the month of February 2026 and be very honest with yourself about what's happening. And you're going to bring something to an end that was overloading you, unreasonably so, and overburdening you, stressing you out, leaving you pressed. You don't need this, pile 1, okay? And you're going to be done with that. You're going to be done with something that's been overburdening and stressing you out. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull a few stones for you. We'll wrap up this message with a few stones. I'll be right back, pile 1. And we're back, pile 1. Let's take a look at, we got inspire. Okay, you're going to be inspiring others. There's something that's going to be happening with you, pile 1. You're going to be leveling up in your career. I feel like you might be getting a new job or starting a business, or a business you've been working on is going to yield some type of, there's going to be a financial, look, we're getting hints of it all over. Financial blessings raining down on you. Financial gains are more than likely. We got the 6 of Pentacles with money coming in. And we got the Diamond. So there's going to be, I see a lot of activity, something coming into your life, some sort of transformation. So I do feel, pile 1, that you're going, because of your past efforts, something's going to come into your life that others are going to find inspiring. I'm also seeing that someone may inspire you, actually. That's another side message for a few of you. We got friends. Okay, yeah, I did get that idea that there's someone you've been in communication with. It could be your network, your community. That's kind of what I'm seeing, that there's a network that you've been tapping into, and I see that this network is going to come through for you in some type of way. I feel like maybe they will support you in your career, or they will support you in your healing or finding balance in your life. We're seeing success. You go, oh my gosh, success twice, pile 1. Success twice. You're going to succeed at something, pile 1. Yeah, you're going to succeed when it comes to getting going on something, when it comes to bringing something of value into your life, when it comes to getting active again. It could be exercise. It could be, maybe you were not able to participate in something, and then in February 2026 you'll be able to do so. Perhaps you get a gym membership and you start to exercise more, and I see just more activity. You're going to be more physically active, or yeah, I'm just seeing some sort of like, your on button's going to be switched on. You think something's going to be switched on, and it's going to be just activity like a machine, and you're going to be successful at this. You're going to be successful at bringing money into your life. You're going to be successful at standing strong and holding on to that which is of value in your life. Okay, pile 1, we have love. Okay, so I did get that feeling earlier that someone's gonna love you, pile 1. Someone's gonna love you. They're gonna love the way you take charge of your situation. They're gonna love your your leadership experience. They're going to love your ability to take care of things and handle things. You're going to be loved, and you're not going to be attacked. You're going to be loved. I don't know why this is a message, for a very specific message for a few of you. You're not going to be attacked. You're not going to be fought with. You're not going to be conflicted with. You're going to be loved. So you're going to be successful in that regard. We have you are strong. Okay. So you're going to be very strong in putting up your boundaries, pile 1. You're not going to be like a pushover or like a doormat. This energy, maybe you have some of this going on where you're bending over backwards to help someone or work with someone or do something or take on a load or burden for someone. That's on its way out. You're going to stand up against it. You're going to be honest with your situation. You're going to honor your inner truth and be like, I'm done helping you with that. I'm done. You're going to take a stand. You may speak up for yourself in some manner. Yeah. And that's what I'm seeing for you, pile 1, when it comes to what good fortune or good news will you receive in the month of February 2026. If you've enjoyed this reading, please give it a thumbs up. If you found it resonant, give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to claim the blessings in this reading, give it a thumbs up. Take very good care of yourself, and I'll catch up with you at the next one. Bye. Welcome to your reading, pile 2. So you chose the pink crystal here. Beautiful. I'll set that over to the side. Or you may have chosen Libra, Aquarius, or Sagittarius as your ascendant or your sun sign. So what I'm getting, pile 2, as far as good news or good fortune coming into your life in February 2026, I feel that you're going to be treated kindly in February 2026. You're going to be treated with love. All right. Someone's going to be kind to you. I'm also getting that if someone was being, maybe you've been experiencing a lot of harshness, I feel like softness is going to be coming into your life in February 2026. You're going to be trusted as well. Someone's going to put their faith in you in February 2026. If you have been in the dating world and you've been wanting to be intimate or close to someone or have the kind of relationship with someone like this, I feel like your luck is going to be in full bloom, and you're going to be able to meet someone who you can be intimate with, or that you feel good about. Of course, I'm not talking about just whatever, but you're going to have like a good, loving connection in February 2026, if that's what you're looking for, pile 2. I'm seeing good health for you as well. I feel like someone you're going to be dealing with is going to not be a bad person. They're going to be a good person. I'm getting that you're going to be nurtured in February 2026. You're going to be dealing with a good person. So if you've been dealing with icky, yucky people, I feel like you may run into someone who treats you really well, who's kind to you, this kind of thing. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at your first oracle tarot card. My bad. We have the Emperor. So the first piece of good fortune coming into your life, pile 2, has to do with the Emperor. We have dog barking. We have number 26. I am tactful. Okay. And you're almost there. Okay. Interesting. So pile 2, I feel like you may have been dealing with a very strong, powerful figure in your life. Yes, someone who maybe comes on a bit strong at times. I feel like this person is going to lighten up and, lighten up how they come across. It could be that this person, they're trying to be helpful. Yeah, they're trying to be helpful, but they're coming on a little too strong for you. That's what's been happening. And I feel like this person is finally going to back down and chill out. This could be someone in a position of authority in your life. Could be a boss. Could be a male figure in your life that comes on, has very strong energy. It could be also someone who is very, it could be a husband. It could be, or someone who has strong masculine traits in the connection that you're in. Someone in a position of power or authority. It is going to go from barking at you or showing teeth that make you feel maybe a little intimidated or something like this. And that's going to go away in February 2026. It's going to calm down. They mean well. I feel like this person means well. I'm also seeing healing coming through here with the Eye of Horus. There's this idea that something's going to be brought under control in February 2026, maybe having to do with your health. You're going to maybe hear or receive a warning about your health, and you're going to figure out how to meet your needs. You're going to be bringing something under control as well, pile 2. Perhaps you like to tell people something. You're telling someone something. You like to warn people about something, or you like to share certain information, but you're going to be learning how to rein that in. Specific message, or take it as it resonates. You're going to be learning how to rein that in and speak to people in a more respectful and inviting manner. Okay, that it's less off-putting. Oh, I feel like someone's going to they're going to change this. It can be less off-putting towards you, and talk to you in a way that it makes you feel more comfortable. I feel like some of you may have a dog, maybe that's having some sort of trouble with their health, and I feel like, or you may be having trouble dealing with an animal or a pet or something, and I feel like you're going to be figuring out how to better handle this animal or handle this pet of yours. I'm just getting that there's going to be a lot of progress and a lot of you're going to be making a lot of progress in dealing with this situation, okay? So I'm not saying that it'll be completely healed or completely resolved, but there's going to be big progress made in the month of February 2026. I feel like you're going to find a way also, for some of you, this very specific message as well, to speak with someone in a position of authority in a tactful way that will allow you to make progress with this person. They will be hearing you, hearing what you have to say. Something like this. Okay, let's move on to your next tarot card. We have number 59, Fear of Existence. We're getting number 8, Holding Together, Union, Cooperation, Solidarity, Membership, Teamwork, Participation, Making a Choice. Number 59. Okay, we got someone standing here checking out the landscape. Okay, and we can see a waterfall, and here we're seeing a stream or some kind of pond with a lot of fish in it. Number 8, Holding Together. Okay, next we're seeing Enlightenment, Dambala Aida. Dambala Aida, which is number 11, which is, we see a candle and some eggs. Looks like something else too. I'm not going to say what it is. You figure that out on your own, just by looking at it. And then we're also getting challenges. Take time out from problems or conflicts, or approach softly to avoid making matters worse. Okay. So for number 59, this translates to the 10 of Wands. This is the 10 of Wands. Choosing to be afraid is refusing to face reality. A reality that allows me to discover who I am. So I feel like you're going to be bold, pile 2. You're going to be bold. And you're going to discover something, okay? You're going to come to an understanding of something. You're going to understand how to overcome a certain challenge. I feel like you are taking on a big project of some kind, or big undertaking, or big challenge. Something that you're like, how do I get from point A to point B? How do I overcome this thing? Okay. Or how do I achieve something big or major? It's a major undertaking of some kind. And I see that you will have the support of others in doing this. In the month of February 2026, there's going to be, you're not going to be afraid. You're being brave. You're being firm. You're looking ahead. You're like, how do I do this? You're not being intimidated, though it is intimidating. You're not being afraid. And I see that there's going to be people clamoring around you. Yeah, souls clamoring around you. So I'm getting like you'll be able to attract either customers, or attract support, or attract eyes to come see this thing that you're trying to accomplish, or to come support this thing that you're trying to accomplish, okay? That you're trying to build, or that you're trying to sort of overcome. It could be a challenge as well. People are going to participate. Others are going to participate in your situation to help you overcome this thing. That's what I'm seeing in the month of February 2026. You're not going to be alone. Pile 2. All right. It could be a man who chooses to help you. I see a man who's going to be helping you for sure, who's going to be showing you the way. Maybe they're going to show you a path around this. You can see there's a chasm here, and this person is contemplating, how do I get across, or how do I get something I need out of this? And I see that people or souls, or a soul in particular, will come to your aid in February 2026 to help you overcome this challenge, very big challenge. Yeah, I feel like you're going to be guided on how to approach this challenge in a way that makes it very approachable. I'm also seeing you'll be making progress, pile 2, on this challenge. People are going to come in droves, or I don't know what it is. People are going to come in droves. It's very specific, to come support you in this thing, or multiple people are going to show up to come support you in your endeavor or your challenge. You're going to be attracting a lot of souls, or attracting a lot of attention, or to something you're building, or something you're trying to accomplish. And it's going to shed a light, or shine a light on your situation, so you can make progress in this endeavor. Okay, so there's going to be progress, and there's going to be someone shedding light on your situation so others can see it. You're going to be seen by others. Perhaps there's a problem you're having, and someone's going to be like, you know what, let me let other people know what's going on with you, pile 2. Let me have others come look at this, so that you can have sort of a team support attitude towards your situation, so you understand you're not alone, and there are others who are seeing you. This is visible, and others are clamoring towards you to help you, to see it, to put their 2 cents in, to move this thing forward for you. Okay, and it's going to shed light on your situation. You're going to be more seen, and there's something you are wanting to be more seen. Perhaps the fact that you need help, or perhaps there's something major you're doing and you want more people to see what you're doing. There's going to be droves or more attention coming your way, something like this, or more support in getting this thing accomplished. Okay, that's one good piece of good fortune that's coming into your month of February 2026. Let's go ahead and move on to your next piece of good fortune. We have spiritual freedom, number 36, which is the equivalent of, I believe this is the 2 of Swords, but let me confirm. Yes, the 2 of Swords. Or, it's the Ace of Swords. Spiritual freedom. We distance ourselves from religion because the experience with God is an individual one. What a beautiful message. Ooh, I love that. Okay, yes, so God is within. Okay. Very interesting. So we have still. Okay. So a still is like it's a distillery, something that refines, puts certain substances through a refinement process. Okay. So anyways, it says here, and we got Taurus as well. Still, refinement, taste, culture, style, fine-tune, concentrate, develops over time, purify, filter, draw out, infusion, spirits, alcohol, perfume, reduction, and cultivation. So something's being processed. Okay, the Ace of Swords. This is your mental activity. You're processing something. Okay, let's keep going here. See what else comes up for this column. We have fear. Okay, something you've been afraid of is being processed out, being refined. Okay, let's get the final on this column. Number 7, we are getting... Oh, we got Jupiter. That's really good. We're also getting Capricorn. So Jupiter, Capricorn, we got Angel Cassiel, keeper of karma and time, boundaries, time, discipline, solitude, rules, tears, the paradox of light versus dark. I help you balance your karma and teach you how to grow through life's challenges, trials, and tribulations. Obsidian, Saturday, and think twice. Okay. So pile 2, I see that there's something you've been very afraid of. But I see that you are going to be processing it and thinking about it in a very refined manner. Okay, you're no longer going to be afraid. And I also see that I feel like someone's going to show up who's going to be an enforcer of some kind. Okay, an enforcer who creates who brings justice to you. You're going to have justice in a certain situation that you're fearing. Okay, perhaps there's a situation you've been dealing with that has to do with, it's a mental endeavor, or it's something that's been on your mind a lot, and you've been patient, and it's you're afraid about how it's going to turn out. I'm not going to lie, pal, too. Perhaps you're afraid of something that's going to be happening, or you're afraid of the way something has been turning out. It's almost like a phobia of yours. Like, you're scared, like, I don't want this thing to come eat me alive. It could be a phobia, or it could be a situation, an outcome you're fearing. And I feel like someone is going to come to the rescue, pile 2. Could be a woman, could be a man. It's not really gender specific. But this person's going to be like, no, I'm not going to let this happen to you, pile 2. Okay? Someone's going to show up and it's going to be like, I'm not going to let the worst case scenario happen for you, pile 2. I'm not. I'm going to make sure that, if someone had said they were going to be talking to you about something or following up with you on something, someone's going to step in and make sure that happens. They're not going to allow you to be ignored. They're not going to allow you to have to deal with a situation that you're fearing. I feel like something's going to be drawn out. I feel like something was sort of stuck, and something or someone's going to be pulled out of a certain situation that you are fearing. So it could be that you will be getting pulled out of a situation that you fear, and it's either a person's going to show up, or the angels, or your guardian angel is going to play a bigger role in pulling you out and making sure that you have good karma coming to you, pile 2. And the good karma is you not being ignored, you being receiving justice, or being treated in a just manner in some circumstance. There's some kind of challenge you're undergoing. I do see that it keeps coming up. There's a theme here. So there is a theme here, pile 2, with something was needing to be processed. Okay, something was needing to be processed. So this could be paperwork. Okay, this could be documents or process. It could be dealing with someone, or you trying to maybe make a way for yourself through something. And it looks like in February 2026, that process is going to be initiated. Okay, it was a process you were fearing, and it could be justice, it could be legal matters as well. And I see that justice is going to be on your side, pile 2. I feel that in the sense that either you're going to get a very good outcome to this legal case or matter, or some sort of official or matter in regards to a job or a position of some kind. It could be a job, it could be legal, it could be processing in the government, documentation, something like this. And I'm getting that, the thing you fear will not happen. And there's a couple of different outcomes I'm seeing, either within February 2026, either that you're going to receive justice in this situation in the form of things will go well for you. Someone's going to go to battle for you, and things are you're either going to get a good outcome, or there's going to be process made. There's going to be progress made in the situation. It's no longer going to be stuck. It could be that maybe this situation where something was being processed for you on your behalf, or something like this, it was stuck and it wasn't moving. Okay, progress was not being made, and this was something that was causing you to feel like afraid, phobic. Like, this is the thing you fear. You're just stuck in limbo. Nothing's happening, and I see that something will be happening. You're going to hear something new will happen. Someone's going to stand up for you and make sure they're going to be like a shark in the situation. Honestly, they're going to be strong and be like, no. Don't do that to pile 2. Get it, keep it moving. Come on, let's go. And you're going to get justice in your situation, or if it was stuck, you're going to finally see it moving. You're going to hear about movement again in this situation. Okay, pile 2. That's a piece of good fortune or good news is going to be coming into your life in February 2026. We have the Hermit. Okay. Beautiful card. It's my first time using this deck. I love it, actually. This is the Tarot of the Pyramids. Okay, next we're getting onion. Ooh, onions. I love onions, actually. I love a good onion in a salad. I don't know if you do or not, but I do. Interesting. Okay, hermit, onion. And look, the onion is growing something. It's been sliced in half and it's germinating. It's growing. So it's been cut for a while now and it's germinating. Interesting, right? All right, let's go ahead and move on to your next oracle card on this column. We have Aries, symbol, a momentum, protection, interpretation, symbol of the dangers of the outside world for the spiritual life and research, often engraved on weapons as a token of protection and victory. Protection and victory. Interesting. Wow. You're gonna be victorious in something. Okay. All right. Next, we're getting new bonds. Healthy relationships are forthcoming in my near future. When I least expect it, I will welcome new, flourishing people into my life. I manifest positive meetings, conversations, and introductions, and relinquish this control to the universe. Okay, so you can be getting introduced to someone in February 2026, pile 2. I feel like you may have been alone or isolated or something like this. We got the Hermit. And it's not isolated like a powerless isolated. You're powerhouse, pile 2. It's a powerful, it's solitude. You've been solitary, right? You've been solitary. So it could be that you've been single for a while. Is that possible? And in February 2026, you're going to be introduced to someone or meeting someone. So this could be a relationship thing. You might meet someone new who it's like you form a good connection with. And it's going to flourish. It's going to flourish. I see that. It says, look, you see the germination. And you can see it says you're flourishing. So you're going to be meeting someone new and the situation is going to flourish. And it's going to be a protected situation. This person may be protecting you from something. Or this person may give you victory, bring you victory in some matter in your life. So if you've been waiting for him, it's possible you've been waiting to meet someone. So this could have to do with, it could be a business thing. It could be a relationship thing. You were meeting someone, and I get the feeling it's been an unpleasant time for you. There's been an unpleasant element to it, because when I think of cutting an onion and the onions burning the eyes, you know, I'm not sure if you guys have an onion allergy. I love onions, but preparing them hurts me. Pile 2. Preparing onions is tricky. I start crying buckets, my eyes tear up. So I'm getting that maybe you've been lonely, and maybe it's made you a bit sad. Maybe some of you may have cried over this, and I'm sorry, pile 2, okay? Man is not a solitary creature. Man is not an island unto himself, and so we are meant to connect with others. And I see that in February 2026, you will be. It could be when it comes to your social life, or it could be when it comes to a particular matter that it's made you sad. Like, why am I not meeting the person I need to meet or see? I feel like you will be shaking hands. There'll be a meeting or an event or something, and it's going to be good, pile 2. I feel like it's going to be fruitful, productive conversation. You're going to it's going to yield a type of success. Aries is success. It's victory, pile 2. So it's going to be a victorious connection. Something's going to go well. Something's going to take and sprout from this meeting or introduction. Okay, or conversation. You may even have a conversation with someone that you find to be very meaningful and productive, that brings something to you that you've been wanting. Okay, wow, fascinating. Okay, so that is one of the good pieces of news coming into your life, pile 2, in February 2026. Let's go ahead and take a look at your next card here. What energy? What's your next piece of good news or good fortune coming into your life, February 2026? We have number 56, Union. What was this? 59. That was 10 of Wands. So this is likely this is the 6 of Wands, right? Let me confirm that from the little booklet here. I stand corrected here. Yeah, I stand corrected here. This is the 7 of Wands. Okay, the 7 of Wands, we're seeing union. Very interesting interpretation with interesting take on these tarot cards. Okay. Anyways, but this is union. This is union. Okay. So I see you meeting someone. Definitely, pile 2. You're going to be coming into connection with someone or something. Let's keep going and see what else is coming through for you. We have roots grow from your feet. Okay, something's taking. Look, we got the same thing here, different decks. Something's, uprising, taking root. We're seeing it here again. The toes are planted and their roots growing from your feet into the ground. Very interesting. So I see you landing somewhere, pile 2. You're going to be landing somewhere solidly, and roots are gonna take. Roots are gonna take. Okay. Wow. Beautiful message. We have Aquarius, the visionary. Ooh. Pile 2, you're a visionary. Oops. Very interesting. Ooh, you have visionary abilities or talents, pile 2, that are going to be coming into play for you in February 2026. All right. We got anchor, stability. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh my gosh. You're going to be getting anchored in February 2026 into something. All right. I feel like you're going to come into a relationship. You're going to stabilize yourself into a type of relationship. It may be romantic for some of you, but I'm also getting that it's just a situation. It could be a relationship with a person or, an organization or place. There's this idea that you're going to land somewhere, okay, and you're going to stay. So, yeah, you're going to be let in through a door somewhere, and you're going to, because of your visionary abilities and traits, all right, you're going to be welcomed somewhere, okay? I see a welcoming. And you're going to be taken in and allowed to stay somewhere. So this could be a new job. Yes, flat out, guys. This could also be a new situation that you're trying to get yourself involved in. And you're going to be welcomed into this place because your talents are going to be welcomed there. Your ability to scope things out, create a strategy, create a way to deal with something. Okay? Create a way, the way you view things. Also, that's what I'm seeing, pile 2. Okay, the way you view things is going to be appreciated and wanted by someone. Your perspective, your outlook is going to be very valued, highly valued, pile 2. Enough that someone's going to open the door, let you in, and let you anchor or plant your feet somewhere. Okay, and so that's a piece of good news coming in for you, pile 2, in the month of February 2026. I also feel like there's a place you've been maybe staying at, or someone you've been seeing, and this situation is going to get more stable, more serious. You may move in with someone. I'm seeing that some of you might move in together with somebody. It's going to, the situation is going to escalate and become more serious, and you're going to be living with someone. Yeah. So you're going to plant your feet. Perhaps someone's going to show up at your door, your feet at the door, right? You're going to let him in, let him move in, or you're going to move in somewhere. You may get a new roommate. You may allow someone to stay. This is a part of a vision you've had of the way you want things to be. And this person's going to be very stable. I'm getting stable energies. This person's going to be very unique. Not your typical, not your usual. And I feel like this person's not going to be all up in your business, this roommate. Yeah, this person is not going to be all up in your business all the time. They're going to give you space. So if you're getting a new roommate, this person's going to give you plenty of space to do your thing, because they're going to be off doing their own thing. Okay? I feel like this person, they're going to be very empathetic towards you. If this is a relationship, they're going to be very empathetic towards you. They're going to be like, they'll get you, fam. They will be like, I get you. I see you. Pile 2. I know exactly what you're talking about, where you're coming from, what it is you need, what it is you want. And at the same time, they're going to be detached. They're not going to be overly involved or over meddling. So it's going to be an excellent balance for you. Pile 2. I feel like this person is going to be easy to get along with, actually. They're going to be easy to get along with. Yeah. Oh, and earlier I got Taurus for when we had talked earlier about a situation that's going to be getting processed. Is going to go from being stuck and processed into a different state. All right. Your situation is a situation with an outcome. It could be legal or something like this. It may have something to do with work. I meant to say that earlier with Taurus. This could be a business thing or a work related thing or working relationship of some kind. Okay. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at your final piece of good fortune or good news coming into your life in the month of February 2026. We have imperfection. Okay, so we're getting imperfection, number 75. Let me look up what tarot card that relates to in its little booklet here. Number 75 is, okay, page and Nine of Pentacles. So imperfection, it says here, imperfection is life. Okay. Very interesting energy there for your last piece of good news there. We have the worst. The worst. Okay, wow. Looks like you've been going through something. Pile 2. Okay? Going through something. Something difficult. May have been impacting your health. And maybe you feel like something's disintegrating or feeling like something's not working out right. Maybe something you're dealing with or handling has been giving you a bit of trouble, or you're feeling like handling this thing is it's causing you strain. It's causing ill health, possibly. So you have a very big responsibility, a beautiful thing, actually, that you're holding in your hands. But it's like you're tired all the time, or it's having a negative impact on you to hold this thing. And maybe it's made you a bit depressed. It's a possibility. We have the white bull. Ooh. Masculine energy, power, dominance, fire, leadership, authority, rules, strong, command. You ever hear that? Strong like bull. Strong like bull. I just get that your energy is going to be a bounce back with your energy. You may be feeling drained or down or melancholy. And I feel like there's all this vitality coming to you in February 2026. Okay, we got you are about to shine. Okay, wow. So pile 2, I feel like there's something you've been dealing with where it's like it's falling apart. I'm not gonna lie, pile 2. There's something you've been dealing with that you feel has been falling apart. It could be some aspect of your health that's been falling apart, and you're like, I don't know how much longer I can continue to hold on to something. You may have to set something aside to go deal with maybe your health, or there's something that's been falling apart. Okay, it's something you treasure. You may have gotten or received news that makes you feel sad about this thing. I'm getting health vibes here, guys. Okay, because it has to do with your energy levels, or it may have to do with your vitality levels. Feeling like something's not what it used to be. Okay. There's this idea that you're about to shine when it comes to this thing, pile 2. So it's going to be different for each of you. There's something that's been crumbling, and you're going to find that your energy is going to come back up. A smile is going to get back on your face. And you're going to be able to, oh my gosh, look, you're holding something in your hand here. Look, you're holding something in your hand here as well. But here, where you're cracking and falling apart while you're holding it, here you are not. Here you are whole. It's interesting because those cracks, okay, where it's like you're falling apart, pile 2, while you're trying to handle this thing, are going to become your feathers, right? Something's going to go from being a bug, something glitchy, and going to turn into a feature, a trait that you love, that you hold on to. So this could be like something maybe you formerly viewed as, like a con, something you viewed as, I don't like this thing about myself, or I don't like this thing about the situation. This makes it suck. Something you viewed as imperfect even, or something you thought, maybe something about yourself. Maybe you used to look at I'll come up with an example, your hair, or there's something about your skin. Maybe you have stretch marks and you're like, I don't like these stretch marks or whatever. I'm just giving an example, guys. Okay. And I feel like your confidence is going to rise in February 2026 for some reason. And you're going to start to see that maybe your stretch marks are beauty symbol of some kind. You're going to realize, oh my gosh, no, my stretch marks make me beautiful. I've come to view my stretch marks as a beautiful thing. Okay, that's one message coming through for a few of you. It could be a feature of this could be a feature of something you work on, something you're doing, that you're like, I don't like this about that thing. Maybe you have a project you're working on in your garage, and whenever you go in, you follow all the steps, you're doing all the things, and then something went quote unquote wrong with it, and now you think it's ugly, now you think it's messed up, and you want nothing more to do with it. Okay, you're gonna be able to go back to that project and be like, wait a minute, let me look at it again. Wait a minute, you're gonna have an idea, right? And your idea is going to shine the light on something about it. Like, you're gonna realize, wait a minute, maybe I could take this thing I think is a flaw and just do this little thing to it, and all of a sudden it's not a flaw, it's a feature, not a flaw. People are gonna think that it's like taking something that was stretch marks and using a tattoo ink pen, and using tattoo ink to turn a scar into a beautiful work of art. Okay, so I feel like something that was formerly holding something back, making you think it was worthless, making you think it was ugly, making you think it was imperfect, you're gonna all of a sudden see that it makes it beautiful, that it's actually a beautiful trait, and you're gonna keep it, or you're gonna love it, you're gonna grow to appreciate it, or this thing is going to all of a sudden, something you thought was worthless is gonna all of a sudden become very valuable, because you learned how to harness this thing, and you turn something you thought was a failure into a beautiful feature that's going to maybe increase the value of this thing. I'm getting that what is that Japanese artwork where was it Chinese, where they fix it with gold? It's called ikagi, kintsugi. Where they would take, it's the art of kintsugi, where they would take, it's a Japanese technique. That's why I was saying Japanese. A Japanese technique based on Chinese lacquer. Okay, coming from that, it comes from that. It's inspired by this Chinese technique, where they would take broken ceramics and they would repair it with lacquer, which dusted with powdered gold, and they would highlight the cracks as part of the object's history rather than hiding them, and embrace that imperfection. Okay, called wabi-sabi. That's what it is, embracing the imperfections. So you're gonna go wabi-sabi about something, Paltu. Wabi-sabi. And yeah, another message I'm getting for a few of you is that there's something you don't like about yourself, is possible, or you don't like about your situation, or something that others may have viewed as some sort of like negative trait. Something about you, they're like, oh, we don't like that about Paltu, or we don't like this thing about Paltu. And I feel like someone in a position of leadership or authority is going to look at this thing that a lot of other people viewed as not good, and this person's going to be like, I like it, I want this trait actually. And they're going to honor you, or bring you into a position of prominence, or bring you more into view. This person's going to be like, bring Paltu forward. And everyone's going to be like, oh, you want Paltu? Well, Paltu has this thing wrong with them. Or Paltu has this trait that it's not really in demand right now, but you're saying you're interested in Paltu for this trait. And this person or leader in a position of authority, could be a man, could be a woman, is going to be like, yeah, bring him forward. Actually, I actually need that trait. And so this trait that was maybe holding you back, or maybe viewed as less desirable, okay, is all of a sudden going to propel you to the top of the list, or make you the most seen one, the most desired one all of a sudden. And so something like this is going to be happening for you, Paltu, in the month of February 2026. Wow. Okay. Very interesting. So that's great news for you, Paltu. You're gonna shine. I see a halo around your head, and I'm seeing something being like a flame being highlighted here. It says you're about to shine. Look, this person's shining. So you're gonna be highlighted for some trait that you maybe don't view as so great right now, or maybe it's not really all that popular right now, and so everybody's not chasing that trend. No one's chasing that trend. People are maybe even hiding this about themselves, and you're like, well, this is me, this is what I do, and you're going to be highlighted because of this thing. Okay, that maybe you didn't like about yourself, or you didn't think was that desirable, but you cherished and you worked on and you nurtured. And it's going to be viewed as amazing. It's going to be viewed as highly valuable, highly wanted and desired all of a sudden. Very interesting. Perhaps this could have to do with a personality trait of yours. Maybe you're more of a go-getter. You're very intense. And maybe some people don't like that, but someone's going to like it. Someone's going to like it. That's just an example coming through. Okay, so let me go ahead and pull some stones for you, Pile 2. Let's get some more energy readings here on what good fortune is going to be coming into your life in the month of February 2026. I'll be right back. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look. We got love. Yeah, so some of you are going to be finding love in the month of February 2026, Pile 2. You're going to be finding love. And, someone is going to really fall for you. That's what I'm seeing. Someone's going to fall for you in the month of 2026, or someone's going to love something that you do. They're going to love this tactful energy, or maybe the way you speak, the way you talk. I feel like groups of people are going to love or be attracted to what you do, love you for what you do. Okay, that's another message coming through. This love is going to help you get through a certain challenge in the month of 2022. This love that people are going to show you, or someone's going to show you, it's going to help you get through certain challenges. Maybe the challenge of aloneness, or the challenge of overcoming some major obstacle or some major undertaking. It's going to show up. This love is going to come in and aid you in this. All right. We got healing. Okay. Yeah, definitely. I'm seeing healing. You're going to be undergoing healing on something, Pile 2. Something's going to be healed. I'm seeing that there was a situation that was needing to be transformed, a situation that was bringing you a lot of fear, trepidation, causing you to feel like a sense of phobia about something, like something was just going to stay stuck or stalled. And I see that situation is going to be healed. The process is going to be triggered, and something's going to be processed out. This could be impurities being removed as well. There could be maybe a detoxing. Something impure is going to be removed from your situation or your life. Maybe something toxic, someone who made you feel afraid. That's what I'm seeing too. Guys, I'm seeing that there's someone or something who makes you feel afraid. And I feel like this person is going to be put in check, or the situation is going to be put in check. Yes. Could be a person, could be your health, could be chemicals. I'm seeing it could be legal, or the law may have to be involved. We got family. Yeah, so there's going to be some sort of good fortune that affects your family. Yeah, some sort of good fortune that affects your family. It's going to have to do with, maybe finding new family, finding people to meet with and connect with. Side message here, I'm getting that something's going to germinate and take root. So some of y'all, a few of you, if you're looking for this, may get pregnant. So the sign of pregnancy here, something growing. All right, Agis. Okay, a new bond, something's going to attach. Very interesting. Okay, you may find a new family, or like a new family of people to connect with. That's another message coming through. It's going to be successful, Pile 2, at landing your feet somewhere, being stable. Your situation is going to be stable. Your situation is going to stabilize. And I see roots sort of reaching into the earth, and something taking root. Again, I'm getting that, again, slight message of pregnancy. Again, that's for just a few of you. Okay, just don't take it. If it doesn't resonate for you, just leave it for the rest. I'm also getting, and that's if you've been wanting it. Remember, this is good fortune. So this is touching on the news that's going to make you feel fortunate. If you're not wanting pregnancy, so this is not for you. Okay. This is for those who are wanting pregnancy, or those who would be delighted to be pregnant. Okay. I'm also seeing that something you're trying to, something you're trying to grow, it could be a business, is going to take root and start germinating and growing. Pile 2. Yes. Something's going to start growing, and there's going to be momentum in this thing. And it's just going to keep on growing. Okay, so it's going to keep on growing. Honor. Yeah, you're going to be honored, pal, too. Yes. So I'm telling you, like, you're going to be singled out for something. Something that you used to view in the past as, I'm not that great at it, or I'm not either you would think, you used to think you were not that great, or you used to think that something about you wasn't great. You're going to be highlighted because of that thing, and you're going to step into a position of leadership. I'm seeing that here. You're going to step into a position of leadership. Also, I'm seeing that for some of you, you're going to be shining, because this thing, you're going to take control of it, and it's going to propel you into a position of leadership. And I feel like the doldrums are going to clear away. This feeling of oppression or depression about it, or feeling sad or down in the dumps about it, is going to fade away. And you are going to shine when it comes to taking charge of something. You're going to grab the bull by the horns when it comes to some issue that you felt made you feel ugly, or something you felt didn't look good. Okay, you're going to be honored for that thing, or you're going to honor yourself. You're going to honor yourself, pal, too. And that's what I'm seeing the cards for you as far as what good fortune or good news is coming into your life in the month of February 2026. I hope this resonated with you. If it did, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to claim the blessings, give it a thumbs up. I appreciate your energy in this reading. Feel free to leave me some comments in the comment section. I love to chat. Take good care of yourself, and I'll catch up with you at the next one. Bye. Welcome, Pile 3, to your reading. What is the good fortune or good news that you will be receiving in February 2026? Let's go ahead and put your number here to the side. You chose the beautiful green stone. Set that over there. You may or may not have chosen Aries, Capricorn, and Leo as your sun or ascendant sign. Oh, right. So let me just do a quick read on your energy here. So first of all, pile 3, money, resources. That is something that's going to make you very happy this February 2026. There's going to be success in your money dealings, pile 3. There's also going to be success when it comes to like prosperity or something growing, blossoming. Okay, something growing and blossoming. You're going to have success with that. Also healing, physical bodily healing. Could be maybe you're trying to grow something in a garden. Maybe you planted some seeds and it's going to grow. February 2026, you're going to see some growth. Although it is winter, so I'm not sure how that's going to work out. But I do think, like, it's symbolic, basically. I do think that whatever you've been working on or investing in is going to blossom and be fruitful and multiply. Yeah, I'm just seeing growth, success, and possibly also emotional healing for some of you. So again, we're seeing growth, money, health, balance. We're going to get the specifics, of course, as to what's going on here. But there's definitely going to be abundance in your life, pile 3, in February 2026. We got the 7 of Wands. Oh, looks like you're going to be rising above troubles. Perhaps you were being plagued in the past with some certain kinds of troubles that, lots of challenges, obstacles, types of things like this. And you're going to be rising above this in February 2026, away from the sharks. Maybe I'm getting also loan shark vibes. Maybe you'll be able to avoid certain debts or pay off your debts or something like this, or be able to stay out of trouble with the loan sharks, right? Make sure all your payments will be made on time and there'll be nothing behind. You'll be on top of everything. Everything will be caught up. All your payments will be caught up. We got ear, good news. Okay, so you're gonna be getting some good news about that. Wow, we're literally, the reading is about good news and what good fortune is coming into your life. So very interesting. Good for you, pile 3. We're getting 14. You are open-minded and always up to try something new. Yet you are wise enough to stop and think before you jump into things. This pragmatic approach helps ensure your time, attention, and efforts are meaningful. I am practical. Okay. Wow, that's beautiful. So it looks like you've been choosy about where to invest yourself or invest your energy, and it's been paying off. You've been very practical about how to spend your money or something like this, or how to do something or go about something, and it has gotten you out of trouble. Pile 3, we got keep sparkling. Okay, keep sparkling. So Pile 3, you're going to receive some good news when in February 2026 when it comes to something you've been working on. It could be you're on a program of some kind. You're trying to maybe get out of debt, or you're trying to avoid trouble of some type, avoid getting into trouble of some type. It could be your taxes. It could be some sort of program you're participating in, or it could be some sort of regimen, or something you've been putting a lot of attention and efforts into. And you're going to get good news that you don't have to worry. You're out of the woodworks with this thing. Okay, so it could be maybe there's a project you're working on, maybe there's a house that's being built, or I don't know. There's a lot of scenarios that this could fit. Okay, and it looks like you've been putting your time and effort into doing a good job, and you're going to get like a double thumbs up that you're on the right track. Okay, you're going to be told by maybe the person who's in charge of the program, or by the powers that be, or you're gonna hear good news, or good gossip, or something like just gossip, or someone's gonna tell you, hey, by the way, I heard back from so and so that you're doing really well on something. Okay, you're looking really good when it comes to the thing. So keep up your efforts, or something like this. Okay, and also you'll be hearing good news about, hey, you're better than the rest. Maybe it could be in a competition or a contest, right? You're taking part in a competition or contest, and you're gonna hear back. Maybe you're putting in your bid for a contract, and others are putting in their bids. You're gonna hear back that you are better than the rest, or that you even won the contract. That you won the contract, or you're better than anyone else that applied. Something like this. You're better than anyone else that applied. You're doing way better than everybody else. You beat out the rest of the competition. You're ahead of the pack. Something like this. So you're going to expect this good news, Pile 3. Okay, in something you've been competing in, or something you've been putting effort into, or something you've been trying to stay above the fray on. Like you're like, no, I don't want to sink to the bottom. I don't want to fall off. I don't want to not make it. I'm going to work hard. This could be weight loss even. I can see some of y'all, this could be weight loss. Someone telling you, hey, you're doing good. You've lost, maybe you're looking to lose 10 pounds last month, but you lost 12. Or maybe you're looking to lose 4 pounds, but you actually lost 6, or something like this. That's just an example for some of you. Things are going to be growing. Look, we got the greenery here with the green. Something's growing. Your stuff's going to be just, I feel like it's going to be smooth sailing ahead. Yeah, so I feel like you're going to be, something you're working on is going to be progressing very nicely. Pile 3. Something you're working on is going to be progressing very nicely, and you're going to be doing better than good on it. Okay? So like I said, this could be something you're investing your time and energy into, or it could be a contest or competition where you're competing with others in something. Okay? So we have the 10 of Cups. I like that. A family. There's harmony here. Okay? Things are working well together. All right, let's go ahead and take a look here. We got grace. All right, adornment, bring out beauty, elegance, the outer as a reflection of the inner, vanity, charisma, and self-expression. We have intuition. Intuition. Interesting. Okay, let me set that on top like that. Intuition. All right. And then we're getting change. Wow. So Pile 3, there's a situation that you've been dealing with that has been disharmonious. Something was not working out right. Perhaps you weren't getting along well with people in a group, or maybe it could be external, it could be internal to you, or it could be external, like your environment, people around you. And I see that you are going to be taking the time to beautify yourself or beautify your surroundings or something like this, and you'll be following your intuition on this. You'll be following your intuition, and this change that you're going to be making on the way you look or the way something looks is going to attract harmony into your life. Okay, I feel like you're making a change on the way something looks, for sure, and you've been feeling called to this for a while now. When it comes to how to intuition change, you're following your intuition on changing something, the look of something, perhaps your body. And I feel that this is going to augur well for you. I feel like you're going to end up in a situation where you're around people. You're going to be changing your residence, and you're going to end up being around people who you get along really well with, people who like you, or you're going to be surrounded by good energy. People around you are going to have good energy. Okay, so you've been going to be getting away from a place where there was disharmony, or a situation where there was disharmony, and maybe you weren't getting along well with others, or others weren't getting along well with you, or just the situation wasn't gelling. Okay, there was maybe broken family, or family disputes, or maybe even a broken dream. Maybe there was something you wanted things to go a certain way, but it didn't in the past. And I feel like in February 2026, because of this change you're going to be making, okay, whether it be in your appearance, your residence, partner, your career, or your job, you're going to be all sudden in the midst of a very harmonious, happy situation for yourself. Okay, so this all has to do with if you are wanting to make a change of some kind, or you're in the middle of a transition, changing jobs, changing residence, changing something, or even your appearance. It's going to work out wonderfully well for you, pile 3. Okay, it's going to be a very harmonious change. It's going to fit in really nicely. So maybe you're worried about a change you're making. A lot of times when we're making changes, guys, we're scared about the outcome, or, is it going to fit with, maybe you're trying to bring something different into your current situation. You're wondering, will it all get along well together? I see that it will, pile 3. It will. So it could have to do with your beauty. Change is all in here. So you're transforming something, and it's going to work out beautifully for you, pile 3. So let's go ahead and move on to your next piece of good fortune coming to you in the month of February 2026. We got the 4 of Swords. Okay, this is about rest. This is about renewal, right? Getting rejuvenation through rest. Okay, let's keep looking here. We have tandem bicycle. Synchronized, alliance, duo, partnership, unison, equality, collaboration, togetherness, simpatico, aligned, hook up, cooperation, harmony, help, join, consensus, and 2 of a kind. We have family. Okay, wow. Look at that, guys. We're seeing a joining of hands here. We got, a couple riding on a tandem bicycle. We got family. And look, we're seeing 2 seahorses touching their noses together. Oh my gosh. Wow. All right, we got a final card on this column. This is number 15, which is Venus and Libra, Jophiel, the beauty of God. Appreciate beauty, follow your bliss, joyful fulfillment, live authentically, patron of artists. Expand your consciousness by taking time to appreciate beauty and revel in the lusciousness of all creation. Calcite, 4 to 6 months, very likely. Okay. So, pile 3, here's a story I'm getting. If you're single, I feel like there's a very good chance you're going to meet someone on the February 2026 who you're going to get along really well with. Maybe you're going to go spend time with this person, resting, relaxing, rejuvenating. and you're going to see eye to eye with this person. It's just going to be like simpatico, right? It's just going to flow really well with this person. Pile 3. I see your beauty is going to attract. You're going to be very beautiful. Pile 3, very attractive. And it's going to attract a partner that you're going to really enjoy having in your life. Now, if you're not single, if you're with a mate, I see that things will be calming down. If you know, I see healing. I see healing messages. Okay, so if there was been some kind of strain or tensions in the relationship, I see that pile 3 is going to be a month where things are going to flow really well. If you've been working on your relationship, it's all of a sudden become more fun, easy. You're going to hit a certain rhythm where it's going to be smooth and rhythmic. And I see that you there'll be peace and harmony in your family. You know, there's a theme here, right? Especially with these two here. Peace and harmony in the family situation. Because certain changes are going to be made. I just see healing. Healing is going to be the result of this change. Healing. That's another message I'm getting for some of y'all. You're going to be appreciated. Your beauty is going to be appreciated. And you're going to be living in a state of bliss with this person. I see you getting along really well with someone, pile 3. This could be your partner. This could be a close friend. This could be family or family member. You're going to get along really well with this person. And it's not going to be like something where you're having to be fake, you know, in order to get this. You're going to be yourself. It's going to be an authentic shift or change that you're going to really love and enjoy. And that is so beautiful, pile 3. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at your next piece of, this is your 4th piece of good fortune coming into your life in the month of February 2026. We got the 9 of Swords. We have Feather. Okay. And we have Tiwaz, symbol, the god Tyr. Motivation, interpretation, god of war, law and justice, courage and tenacity in the face of trials. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at your last. We got water cycle. Like the earth, I am made of water flowing through my veins, just like the rain that falls down only to be carried back up. My body too is a cycle. Every sip revitalizes me and brings me a sense of gratefulness. Okay. So something was worrying you. It may have to do with communication, the way something was being communicated to you. That's coming through. Maybe you didn't like the way maybe you got a nasty message you didn't like seeing. Okay. And it really tested you. It really made you feel stressed. You received or heard something, some kind of news that made you feel bad. But I see that this is going to be cleansed out. Okay. It's going to be cleansed out. It could be that you received some kind of news, and it's going to be different for each of you. Some kind of news that you have, maybe you didn't mean to, but maybe you broke the law, or you received a ticket or something like this. That's just for a few of you. I see that you will receive justice, and you will be strong in the face of these trials, and that this situation is going to go away somehow. All right. There is something that was worrying you about communication, like, you know, either the way you communicate or the way someone communicates with you, or a message you received, and it's going to come across like fighting words. Maybe someone fighting with you. Well, I see that in the month of February 2026, it's going to become light as a feather, this situation. All your worries are going to go away. This worrying is going to go away. The weight of it is going to go away, and you're just going to feel so light, pile 3. Because I feel like someone's going to step up for you, pile 3. They're going to fight, I mean, in a sense, fight your battles for you. And I see that someone, not you, pile 3, is going to be crying. They're going to be crying and sad over the negativity and the stress that they brought you. Okay? Yes. I feel like you may get justice or get your revenge or something like this. Someone or something that used to worry you. Maybe you were kept out of a certain situation. And, you know, I feel like that's going to come to an end. And justice is going to be yours. Maybe someone's going to send a message on your behalf and advocate for you. Or you're going to send a message And it's going to be like a watershed moment, right? And there's going to be a critical turning point or a decisive moment that fundamentally changes this dynamic. Okay, pile 3. I'm getting like there's going to be like a before and then an after. You know what I'm saying? Like a major shift is going to occur, pile 3, where something's going to be released. I could feel like maybe this ticket situation will be dropped. The ticket will be dropped, or the thing that was being said to you to worry you is going to be, that message is going to go away. Someone's going to stop saying it to you. It's very specific. So apply it to your situation as it fits. But if there's something that's been worrying you, keeping you up at night, maybe something that someone said, a message you received, something like this, know that law and the justice is on your side, and that you would take courage in facing this, and then you're going to reach some sort of awareness of the situation. Once you face it, you're going to realize that, oh my gosh, it's not as bad as I thought, or oh my gosh, now that I faced it, I've triggered a mechanism, or I've triggered a chain of events whereby the situation is not as bad as I thought it was, so I can stop worrying about it, right, pile 3? Let me get some information, a bit more information what this is about. Okay, what is this 9 of Swords here trying to tell us? What is this about? Column 4, on the good fortune that pile 3 will receive in February 2026. Please tell us more about column 4. Thank you. Oh, that one fell out. We have death and rebirth. Okay, something's going to transform. I did say there would be a major turning point or some kind of a shift, and I feel like a snake is going to be let out of your garden. There was someone very snake-like you've been dealing with. I don't know, or something. Someone toxic, someone poisonous. And I feel like they're going to be leaving you alone in February 2026. Going to walk away, abandon your situation, and clear out. Okay? So you guys, please tell me more about this 9 of Swords. Tell me more about column 4. What is column 4 trying to tell us about pile 3? Oh, okay. That one flew out. Okay. Maybe you thought that someone was not going to work with you or work well with you. And I feel like maybe someone has said, maybe you were afraid that someone, and it's, when we see 9 of Swords, it's usually about something that's not real, or just a source of something stressing you out, okay? Maybe you're stressing out more than you need to about the situation. But I'm seeing that you were stressed out about a certain transformation, maybe around a job, or teamwork, or working with others, and or maybe wanting to get back to being on a good page with others so you can work well with others. And I see that you're going to receive some sort of watershed moment where you're like, oh, it's not as bad as I thought. I will be working with these people, or this situation is not going to remain tense like this. What I was seeing was just shadows, and it wasn't as bad as I thought, this kind of thing. Possibly, we got another card here. We have number 12, perspective. This is the Hanged Man. Yeah, you're going to realize that someone that you thought maybe was a very menacing person or menacing situation is actually quite detached towards you. Any trouble. They're not interested in bringing you any trouble. This person, and I do feel that this person or situation is troublesome, but they're not going to be causing you any trouble in the month of February 2026. You may have been expecting trouble from a very toxic or poisonous person or situation, but spirit guides are trying to say it's kind of like in your head, and you're going to have this epiphany or like a watershed moment where you realize, oh, it's not going to be like that. So you're going to be relieved of this worry in the month of February 2026. Next, we're getting the Lovers. Beautiful card. And, okay, we need a cover for that one. We're getting the chasm shrinks as you step across. Let me see. We can do that. According to YouTube rules, we have to hide any nudity. So that's what we're doing here today. We have number 14. So we got the Lovers, and we got the Lovers, and then we got the chasm shrinks as you step across. Beautiful energy. So So it's almost like as you get bold, you're going to be bold in doing something, and then as you engage it, you're going to find that it's not as imposing as what you thought. Okay, it's not as big a deal as what you thought. We got Gemini, the communicative. Okay. And lotus flower, enlightenment. Okay. Yeah, you're going to be communicating with someone. That's coming through very clearly, especially with the lovers and the Gemini here. You're going to be communicating with someone, or you're going to be communicated with about someone or something. Yeah, you're going to receive some information that makes you realize that something is not as bad as what you thought it was. Again, we're continuing that theme with this pile, with this column. Okay, your fifth piece of good fortune, pile 3, in the month of February 2026, is that you will finally communicate with someone you've been meaning to communicate with, or get back in touch. We see a postcard here. We see, look, mail. We have the lovers. We got the communicative. You're going to be getting in touch with someone who maybe you were afraid to talk to, or someone who was afraid to talk to you, or you just wanted to connect. Maybe you weren't afraid. Maybe you just want to connect with this person for a while now. So just, apply it to your situation as it fits. If there's someone you've been trying to get a hold of, you're finally going to be connecting with that person and communicating with that person in pile 3. It's going to make you very happy. This is someone you really wanted to talk to. You just had things to communicate to this person. Perhaps you just wanted to catch up with them. Perhaps you wanted them to help you overcome a difficulty. Maybe they live somewhere far away from you. It could be on a different continent, and you are having a hard time maybe getting a hold of this person. You're going to be getting a hold of them. Yeah, I also feel like this person, once you connect with them and communicate with them, pile 3, they're going to be someone that you're going to be really glad to be in touch with, someone you love talking to, someone you love being connected to. You're going to feel like this person was made for you, pile 3, or like this situation, right? It could be a situation. You're going to finally get in talks with the person or representative of a different situation. And you're going to, once you start talking with the person, you're going to realize, oh my gosh, I'm so glad this happened, because this person is exactly who I needed to be talking to, or this situation is exactly the situation I needed being connected with, and it feels very right for me. This matches my energy to a T. You can see in the twins there. We're seeing with the lovers, choosing the one that makes your heart glad. There is this energy of you're going to find someone that you're just going to meet someone or talk to someone who you've been trying to get a hold of, and you're going to find out that they're like your mirror. A few of you, pile 3, may be meeting your twin flame in February 2026. That's coming through. You might be meeting your twin flame. We kind of got that here too. We got some twin energy with the seahorses. We got the tandem bike, and we got these people holding hands right here. You see this? So you might be meeting a twin flame of some type. Might not be romantic, might be romantic, but there's someone that you're going to meet that's just going to be so simpatico with you, pile 3. That's coming up twice. So it's sort of like re-emerging and reaffirming itself in different ways. That this piece of good fortune, this is news that's going to make you very happy, pile 4. This is not news that you're going to be like, oh, okay, sure, whatever. It's good news, okay, that it's going to speak to you personally. So just take all this as it resonates. Next, we're getting the synchronicity card. We're getting the sun, self-express and embody truth. Oh my gosh, guys, look. We have the sun here. And we have the sun here as well. The sun sign as well. Beautiful. Wow. So I see definitely a form of success, perhaps in the form of popularity too, being seen by many people or seen by others, or having a big type of success. Perhaps I'm getting vitality, like lots of energy, and being very optimistic. Someone's going to be very optimistic about your situation, or something's going to happen to you that's going to make you feel very optimistic, or just some optimistic piece of news that you're going to receive, maybe. Very interesting. We have Kanos, inspiration, talent, and creativity. And then we're getting you can't fix them. Very interesting. Okay. Humpty Dumpty, sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together again. So there's a situation, pile 3, that you thought was broken beyond repair. Broken beyond repair. And I feel like it has to do with your talent or creativity, something you do. And maybe it's possible you fell out of popularity. You're going to become popular again in February 2026, pile 3. You're going to become popular again. But I'm also getting that maybe, I know what it is too. I'm getting a message for a few of you about something about like writer's block or something like this. I feel like your talents may have been blocked for some reason. Maybe you weren't free to do your work or pursue your talents, or you're having a creative outlet. Maybe you weren't free to do that. Or maybe your points of inspiration, maybe you were running dry on inspiration and not getting inspiration around you on what to do next when it comes to your artwork or something you're creating. I see that you will have a comeback, a major comeback in February 2026. You're going to see something that you find very inspiring. It could be, the thing you find very inspiring is something tragic, something that breaks. And this will be what inspires you in the month of February 2026. But I'm just getting that you're going to be able to put yourself back together again. And whatever you do, February 2026, part 3, you may go viral, something like this, because you will be in sync with your creativity. You get back in sync with your creativity. And so something you make is going to be very wildly successful or go viral or something like this. And it's going to be seen by a lot of people in February 2026. Yeah, I think it has to do with yourself, something very prominent, very important to you. A main concern of yours, okay, it could be a main concern of yours as well, is going to become successful. So you may be able to fix something that was once broken when it comes to something you're creating and be able to share it with the world. And when you share it with the world, it will be greeted with such joy, and a lot of people will be big fans of this thing, whatever it is that you're going to be making or putting out. Okay. Wow, you'll be well seen as well. Self-express and embody truth. Exactly. It may be a vlog or something you're going to be something you can be putting out for others to see. Like it could be a podcast or a post or something you share with your family, or an announcement you make to your family. Something you share with others to see. Maybe something you take to, maybe you create something and you take it over to a center or a festival or a fair or something like this, and it's going to be very popular and well liked. It's going to be well seen, very public. People may take lots of pictures of this thing and post it all over the internet. I'm just getting that your February 2026 is going to be a time for your talents to shine, pile 3. And no longer you're going to be feeling like, maybe, I don't know, like you're walking on eggshells or feeling sensitive or something like this about your talent, feeling insecure. No, that's not going to be happening February 2026. You're going to feel bold. You're going to feel vital. You're going to be putting yourself out there. You're going to be expressing your truth. You're going to be sharing something, and it's going to come through very powerfully. Pile 3. It's going to be heard by a lot of people, and it's going to resonate on the world stage. Okay, so we're getting Inspiration of Swords, which is the Page of Swords, if I'm not mistaken. We're getting Knowledge. Okay, interesting. Knowledge. I let myself play. Interesting. Okay. I'm getting kind of a childlike vibe here, like a young student. Or, maybe you're young at heart, you're studying and you're playing. You got Face Your Fear. Okay. So there's something you've been looking at, something you've been paying attention to. Yeah, something you've been looking at, something you've been paying attention to, something you've been learning about. Okay, something you've been learning about. The Page of Swords is a curious card. It's a curious energy. Okay, one that asks and seeks to know. Someone very observant, someone learning. So I feel like something you'll be learning and observing something. Learning and observing maybe children. We got the 6 of Cups. So Okay. Good fortune coming into your life in the month of February 2026. Okay. So I feel like you're going to be keenly observing and learning. Okay, you're gonna be keenly observing and learning something or someone from your past, or someone you grew up with, or someone you've known for a long time. And you're gonna, yeah, I feel like this person is gonna face their fear. It could be a young person, someone young in your life. Someone's gonna face their fears. It could be maybe, for example, you could have a child who has a phobia or something, and they're going to be learning all about their phobia and learning all about how to overcome it, and they're going to finally face this phobia and overcome it. Okay, and that's going to make you very happy. This could be you, Pile 3. You may finally overcome a phobia of yours that has haunted you since childhood, or a certain limitation. Maybe it's a fear of books, a fear of learning. That may be the truth for some of y'all. It could be a fear of letting down your hair and playing and just letting yourself chill and have fun. You know, you may be facing your fear of that. I see some of y'all going from maybe always studying, always being serious, always looking, observing, learning, to, you know what, I'm going to go play. Woohoo! You know? And that's going to make you feel so good. That's going to make you feel so good, Pile 3. I feel like some of y'all, maybe you have a fear of learning or fear of being bored by books or studying. And I see that you will face your fear, Pile 3, and you finally be curious. Maybe before you get into the books, you ask questions about the books. You gather intel, try to understand the topics in your own way, and then you're going to get into books, and a very curious thing's going to happen, Pile 3. You're going to start studying, and then all of a sudden you go from your fear of being bored or your phobia of, not wanting to deal with such things or ask questions or learn, to you be enjoying yourself, Pile 3. You're going to end up enjoying yourself, and enjoying learning, enjoying observing, enjoying taking in information. And it's all going to be because you're bold and you step forward and overcame a fear. You're going to unlock the key. You're going to unlock the padlock that's keeping you, like a stronghold of fear, kind of keeping you from progressing forward in your learning about something, or studying or something like this, okay? Or looking into books. Some people have bibliophobia. You may have bibliophobia, maybe like a fear of books or a fear of learning. And I feel that you'll be able to face your fear. And in no time, Pile 3, perhaps you've been working on this for some time now. You may be working on a phobia for some time, Pile 3, learning about it, trying to heal it, trying to understand it. And you're finally going to be able to, in the month of February 2026, let it go. You're going to be carefree again. You're going to be like a child again. You're going to be enjoying your life again. You're just going to be like, wee! And it's just not going to matter. And you're just going to be happy. And and it's all going to, this laid back, easygoing time is all going to come about because you have been working on facing your fear, and you've been learning about things. You've been learning about your fear in regards to something. Okay. It's going to be different for each of you. Pile 3. It could be a fear of letting your hair down and just going to play and socialize and have fun. You have a fear of this. Maybe because you're always told to be studying. And you finally can be like, you know what? I think I'm ready to just go play. And you're going to do it, and you're going to have so much fun. Pile 3. That's a piece of good fortune that's coming your way. And so it's going to be different for each of you. Like I said, it could be that, or it could be that you get into your books, you get into studying, and you end up enjoying yourself so much, Pile 3. I'm also getting that you're going to, for still more of you, you're going to learn to balance work and play. That's what I'm seeing as well. But you're going to be balancing work and play, okay, more effectively. You're very intelligent, Pile 3. I see that. You're book smart, you're bookworm. But I feel like you're going to give yourself a break and just go play sports, for instance, or kick a ball, or go work on a hobby, and just go, while away your time doing something that's strictly fun and enjoying it. So it's not going to be one of those things you're like, strictly fun. No, I always try to do something productive or whatever. And you have a fear around this. And you're going to be shaking loose of that and enjoying yourself. So it could be enjoying yourself with books, enjoying yourself without books, whatever it is, you're going to be having a lot of fun. Pile 3. I also see possibly, like I said in the beginning, helping a child overcome their fear of books, or overcome their fear of a childlike person, right? A childlike person or child overcome their fear or their phobia around something. Could be books or learning. That's a possibility. And you get to watch this child or person who's young at heart. You're just going to get to watch them flower in February 2026. This could be someone you care very much about, because it's coming up as your good fortune in the month of February 2026. So, and that's what I'm seeing for you in the cards as far as what will be your good fortune or good news in the month of February 2026. Let me go ahead and pull some stones for you for an additional energy reading. I'll be right back. All right, so let's take a look at your stones. Pile 3. Okay. So we are getting wealth. Ooh, wealth. I love that for you. Pile 3. So you're going to be receiving an influx of something. You're going to be gaining wealth. And I think it's this change you're going to be making. You're going to be making a change, Pile 3, when it comes to how you express yourself. Something like this. Or change of residence, or change of job or career. If it's a change of job or career, I feel like it's going to bring you a lot of money. Pile 3, in the month of February 2026, you're going to immediately see the results of incoming money. Something's going to be pouring in for you. Wow. We got health. Yes. Okay. So you're going to be healing perhaps a familial relationship, or you're going to be healing your situation in some type of way. So I do see like there's going to be like there is an alliance or a duo or partnership in your life. I am getting that vibe very strongly, and I feel a couple of messages coming through. It's going to be a healthy one. It's going to be a healthy one. So this is good news for you. It's not going to be toxic or anything like that. Or you're going to be healing your relationship with someone in your life. You're going to be enjoying the fruits of that and having a healthy relationship in February 2026. Also seeing that maybe you're going to heal a relationship and it's going to impact your health positively as well. All right. Interesting. Very interesting. We're getting that for you here, Pile 3. We got peace. You're going to have peace, Pile 3. And remember I talked about this situation that was worrying you, as far as someone who's messaged you, or you received a message about something that worries you quite a bit. All right. It could have to do with a legal matter. Maybe you received a ticket, or, maybe you're undergoing a trial and you're really concerned about how it's going to turn out, something like this. And I see that in the month of February 2023, either the law is going to be on your side. You may receive a favorable outcome, or that you're just going to have peace. Someone's going to send you a message. That's what it is. You're going to get a message, Pile 3, that settles the matter for you, February 2026, that communicates to you, listen, your trials are over, Pile 3. You're good. This has been settled in the eyes of the law, or this is not as bad as you thought it was going to be. So there's going to be some kind of dramatic shift, and you're just going to be like, worried, and then, oh, yes, oh my gosh, thank God. So you're going to get some kind of relieving piece of knowledge. A relieving piece of knowledge is going to bring you peace. And it's going to make you feel so much better. Pile 3, okay? Next, we're getting happiness. Oh my goodness. So I do feel like there's a connection coming up for you February 2026 that's going to make you feel very happy. Remember we got that. We got a healthy relationship. Now we're happy communication to help maybe build a bridge, right? So if there was some kind of prior schism or tension or something like this in the connection with this person, you're going to get back in contact with them. I see healthy, happy communications that make you feel good about this person. And you're going to connect with this person, even though they may be living in a different continent or living somewhere far away. But that's not going to stop them from being your lover. That's not going to stop this person from being your one and only. And I feel like it's going to bring you a lot of happiness. Pile 3. It's going to bring you a lot of happiness. You're going to be very happy to have this person in your life. We got love, exactly. So it's kind of spilling over. You're going to have love in your life in February 2026, or healed love relationship, or just a loving relationship that you're really going to take a lot of joy in. You're also going to love the work that you do, Pile 3. There's something you're creating. There's something you're going to recreate in February 2026 that is going to be seen by many. It's going to propel you into a state of success. You're going to become very successful, and people are going to love this, Pile 3. People are going to love this thing that you do, or this expression that you put out. It could be an episode of your podcast, or it could be that you sit up or stand up and make an announcement to your family, or something that maybe something that was broken is now fixed or healed. I don't know what it is, but I feel that people are going to love what it is that you do, and you're going to be popular because of it. I do see that. So you're going to be loved, and you're going to be popular in February 2026, my beautiful Pile 3. Next, we're getting family. Yes, so I was getting the idea that there's a child you may be dealing with. This is for the parents in the group, okay? It's possible, just possible, take it as it resonates, that your child may be having some type of phobia around books, or having some kind of issue with books, or has questions around their education, or there's some sort of question mark on how they handle their learning. And I see that this kid, is going to be facing up to what's going on. It's going to be happy. This kid is going to be happy, Pile 3. Okay? They're going to be okay. They're going to be bouncing. There's going to be a bounce of work and play. They're not going to be stressed by this matter any longer. Okay? Whatever it was. They're going to be stressed anymore. So this person could be in your family, a child. I'm also getting that for those of you, if there's not a child involved here, I see that you're going to be supported by people who want you to do well, to be successful when it comes to your learning and playing. Family is going to support. You're going to have either your family, or people around you who want to support a good work-life balance within you, Pile 3. They can be like, no, we don't want you, reading or study. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. All work and no play makes Jill a dull girl. They will not want that for you, Pile 3. Okay, this is gonna be really good news for you. They're going to, maybe you thought that's all they wanted of you. They just wanted you to be studying and working, and you're gonna find out that that's not true, Pile 3. You're gonna find out that they're in full support of you going off and playing and studying, or facing your phobias. Just becoming more of a balanced character, so you're not messed up by an overabundance of one thing that you may or may not like. They're going to help create a balance, help support a balanced character within you, and that's what I'm seeing in the cards and the stones for you, Pile 3, as far as good news or good fortune coming your way in the month of February 2026. If you've enjoyed this reading, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to claim the blessings in this reading, give it a thumbs up. Please leave me a comment in the comment section down below. I look forward to hearing from you. Take good care of yourself, and I'll catch up with you at the next one. Bye! Welcome to your reading, Pile 4. So let's take a look at what good fortune or good news is going to be coming into your life in the month of February 2026. You are 4, and you have chosen this turquoise stone or crystal. Let's put that over to the side right there for you. Or you may have chosen Gemini, Taurus, or Cancer. Great. Wonderful. So right away, Pile 4, I see a general theme coming through for you. Or one of the messages standing out is protection, Pile 4. Okay, you're going to be protected. And I see that you will, in the month of February 2026, you're going to be protected from something. And you will have good fortune when it comes to something. I'm not sure specifically what. We're going to get more details. But there's good fortune and protection coming into your world in February 2026 when it comes to certain specific matters, or to your world in general. I'm also seeing healing coming in for some of you. And yeah, I see you being safeguarded against evil. and also your prosperity, meaning your good fortune in general being promoted, okay, and being well aspected, okay, your sense of prosperity. I'm seeing just balance in things. I see good times, times that ensure proper growth for the future coming into your life as well. And safety. I keep getting safety protection. We're gonna get more details, don't you worry, okay, about that. We got the Nine of Swords. Okay, we're getting the Nine of Swords. You may have been worrying about something. Something may be stressing you out or having you feeling pressed. We're going to figure out what it is. We got marriage. Okay. Could be a relationship. May not be specifically a marriage. It could just be a relationship or some sort of connection. It could be the connection is stressing you out, or it could be maybe the lack of a connection is stressing you out. We'll get more information. We have number 19. I am a pioneer. Independence and self-sufficiency are necessities to you. You are extremely capable in life and in work and aren't afraid to take big risks to achieve the life you desire. Wow. Okay. Let's see your Tell Me Something Good card here says, more worthy and valuable than you know. Okay. So the good news for you, Pile 4, in the month of February 2026 is that you're going to grow strong, okay? You're going to grow strong through some difficulties you've been having, okay? You may have had, like I said, difficulties in a connection. Yeah, you may have had difficulties in a connection, and I see that you will, and perhaps you may have undergone a divorce or a separation. That's just for those of you who have. Maybe it's been kind of stressing you out. And I feel you're going to be growing in your sense of independence and self-worth in the month of February 2026, if that is indeed what has happened, okay? If you're still in a connection, if you're still in a relationship, then I'm also seeing that you're still in that connection. I'm seeing that you're learning how to be independent while you're in that connection. Maybe this was at the root of, maybe there was a dysfunction there, and maybe you couldn't enjoy your own space and your own time. And you will be learning how to, and it will be bringing your connection a lot of, it'll be bringing your connection and you a lot of healing. Yeah. Your sense of self-worth is going to skyrocket in February 2026, Pile 4. I feel like you may have been having also some relationship troubles. That's possible. Or connection. It may not be a marriage. Like I said, guys, it could just be a connection with a person, a situation, or place or thing. You're going to be valued there. Can be valued. I feel like you may have been worried that you're not being viewed in a connection that you're currently in. Could be work related, could be a friendship. Maybe you were worrying about, am I being valued correctly, or am I being viewed as someone of value, as worthy? And I see that you will be seen that way in February 2026. I do see that for some of you, I'm seeing these skyrise, like these could be like downtown, all these office buildings. So I'm just getting this vibe, like, you know, you will feel a sense of self-esteem. Maybe you are looking for a connection that is career based or work based, and you're going to run into situations that make you feel like you're worthy. You may be working on this within yourself, feeling worthy. Maybe you're on a job search, that's possible. Or maybe you are currently have a job and you worry. Maybe you've got like imposter syndrome or something like this, and you think, I shouldn't be here, and you know, I don't know if I'm worthy of this area. You are, Pile 4. You're gonna be viewed that way. I feel like you're gonna be viewed as a pioneer in February 2026. Someone who's doing something different. Let's get more information on this. Let me get some clarification. Spirit guys, what's the good news coming to Pile 1 in column 1 here? Spirit guys, what's the good news coming to Pile 1 in the month of February 2026 in column, this first column here? Thank you. Could you please clarify the Nine of Swords for us, please? Okay. Right. So there may be some sort of conflict at work. Something stressful in your marriage, or stressful in a relationship at work, or something like this. And I feel that you are going to overcome this, okay, by standing your ground. You're going to be standing your ground when it comes to some sort of conflict at your work or in your relationships, and you're going to win because you'll be standing your ground. And the way you're going to win is people are going to view you as a pioneer, the first person to do something a certain kind of way, and it's going to make you very worthy and very valuable, more than you know at this time. There's something you're going to do that's going to make you stand out, that's going to make you feel, it's going to make you feel powerful. There's something you're going to insist on doing a certain kind of way. You're going to do it a little differently, and I feel that it's going to work out beautifully for you, pile 4, right? You're going to overcome this challenge at your job by saying, no, I have a way that I want to do this thing. Maybe you're going to become an entrepreneur, or strike out on your own and try something differently or do something differently, and it's going to make you very worthy and very valuable in the month of February 2026. Let's move on to your next piece of good fortune or good news. We have the Page of Swords. Number 32, duration, constancy, continuity, endurance, perseverance, maturity, strengthening, stability, a deep commitment. We have light worker, Aizon Velekete, which is number 39, light worker, and friendship. So a piece of good fortune coming your way, pile 4. We got, what is this? The Page of Swords? Okay. Is that something you've been watching, something you've been keeping an eye on is going to pass the test of time. It's going to continue on in February 2026. It could be that you are a light worker. Okay. There's something that you do. Perhaps you help people. Perhaps you're a spy. Perhaps you spy for them in the spiritual world, or you look into, maybe you're a healer, that kind of thing. You could be a healer, and it's going to bring certain type of friendship into your life. Perhaps you're going to make friends with someone who's a light worker too. You're going to make friends. This is another alternative message. You're going to make friends with someone who is very good for you in the month of February 2026. I see you making a friend or forming a friendship that's going to pass the test of time and going to last many, many seasons. Pile 4. You're going to make a very good friend. Someone who is more than a friend. Someone who is like a light being. Someone very elevated. Someone very top-notch type of person. They have high vibrational energy. And this person is going to stay by your side. Perhaps you've been watching this person for a while, and I feel like this person is going to become your friend. And it's going to be a beautiful thing to have in your life. A very beautiful situation. By thing, I mean situation, or a very beautiful person to have in your life. And I feel like this person is very wise. Another message I'm getting to pile 4 is that in the month of February 2026, you're going to be viewed as a very good person, okay, by your friends. It says here, a friend needs your help. Your kindness and excellent counseling skills will put them back on track. We got light worker on top of that. So I see that you're going to be viewed as a very good quality person who's there to help others, who's there to help elevate others, okay, who's there to help put others in a better place. And you will be doing so. And you're gonna gain this reputation in the month of February 2026. So that's some good fortunate news for you right there. Next, we're getting the 2 of Pentacles. We have checkered flag. Oops. We have freedom. Ooh, I love that. You make it to the end of the goalposts and you're free. Sometimes the cards are pretty direct. So we have Yeliel. This is Angel Yeliel. The angel of mental force and calmness. Battles depression, serenity, tech support, reveals lies, stops overthinking. Clarity. I fix gaps between mind and emotions and help navigate complex situations and people who play mind games. So you're going to be a guide, pile 4. You may be a counselor or a therapist for some of you, or you just have a knack for that, and you're able to have this effect on people's lives. I see you juggling something. Maybe juggling two professions or two types of jobs or two types of activities. I'm also seeing that you'll be successful at juggling your finances, correctly and accurately. Okay, you're not going to have any problems with, oh, I wasn't able to pay this bill, or I'm in the red, or whatever. You're going to do that very smoothly. You're going to be successful. You can conclude a certain chapter when it comes to your finances. Oh, I know what it is. Okay, so for some of you, pile 4, the February 2026 is going to mark the end of a certain unstable financial pattern for you. Okay, not that you were broke, but just that you were having to borrow Peter to pay Paul, and all this, and there were ups and downs, and one month you have the money, the next you don't. I feel like February 2026 is going to mark an end to this sort of these ups and downs that you've been experiencing. And these ups and downs could have been triggered by something came up and you had to handle something and kind of dig into your reserves and this, an awkward situation financially. But I feel like February 2026 is going to be the last month where your last month of recovery, where you're trying to recover from what you did earlier, and you're going to be back to I'm on point, I'm flush, I'm good, is going to be February 2026. That's a very specific message just for some of you. If it doesn't resonate, don't take it. Some of you may maybe get free of some debt. You give you your last payment on some debt. Yes, you're going to be free, and you're going to make it to the end post of owing someone or something, and it's going to bring you so much serenity. I think you've been kind of depressed about owing money, and so all this money is going to go back into your pocket. You're going to stop dealing with people who were maybe helping you. You're going to stop dealing with people maybe who put you in that condition in the first place. Maybe you helped a friend and your friend was like, hey, I need $500 or I need $1,000 or whatever. And you're like, oh no, I don't know if I can do that. And your friend's like, I really need help. So you give them $1,000 and you tell them, listen, you need to pay me this money by a certain time. I need it back. And this person's instability, proved to be longer lasting than you expected. And when the time came for them to give you that money back, they couldn't. And so you took that hit, and it kind of, set you, it just discombobulated you, and your situation is now ups and downs. And so I feel like part of what might be going on is that you have learned that this person is unstable, and that you should sort of insulate yourself from that, not let their instability make you unstable. Okay? So you have learned that, and you're going to learn to see through this person, and you're going to sort of make a mental check mark in your mind. February 2026, don't do that again. That kind of thing. It's going to become very clear to you who you're dealing with. We have the Queen of Cups, and bless their heart, they may not be a scammer or whatever, but they just don't have their lives together like that. And sometimes you can love someone a lot, and that is the truth about their situation. It doesn't make them a bad person. It's just the truth about their situation, and you just need to move wisely, through life. Anyway, so we have the Queen of Cups, and then we're getting cuckoo clock. Queen of Cups and cuckoo. Oh, okay. Someone's a little crazy. So I'm getting, maybe you're dealing with someone who's a little crazy. Okay, someone who's a little emotionally unstable. It's possible you're dealing with an mentally imbalanced person. We got Perthro, which is Perthro, I thought, but each card's a little different. Symbol, fate, discovery, interpretation, rune of the home, of initiation to hidden secrets. It evokes celebration, games, laughter, and domestic happiness. Okay, interesting. We got equal parts. Water seeks its own level. Therefore, I attract those who can meet me where I am on my journey. My interpersonal relationships are mirrors into my own self, so I strive to put my best self into the universe so that I shall find others who seek growth. Okay. A few messages coming through. I feel like some of you're going to be celebrating the success of your departure from someone who was, I want to say toxic, someone who is, I want to say kind of, I don't know, emotionally imbalanced, or, it could be biological, but you're going to reach the end of your time with this person. And you're going to maybe, this is going to be from your past, okay? So that could be that you'll be reaching the end of your time with this person and, be saying bye-bye to this person February 4, 2026. I'm also getting that this person could be from your past. And you're going to be meeting someone new, actually, Pile 4. You're going to be meeting someone who is more on your level. Emotionally balanced, loving, kind, and is maybe mindful of the time. For some of you, this could be true. Maybe you haven't been able to make connections with people who are mindful of the time. Maybe they show up when they say they will, or honor appointment times or interview times, or something like this. And I feel like you're gonna be meeting someone who honors time in February 4, 2026. Could be a therapist, could be a friend, someone like this, someone who's more on your level when it comes to similar values. Someone who makes you laugh too. I'm getting, because we saw laughter and domestic happiness. I feel like Part 4, you're going to meet someone like this. Also, another message coming through for some of y'all is that you're going to be enjoying your time. Pile 4, you're going to be enjoying your time. You're going to be staying at home, enjoying your time. You're going to be, look, we got the Queen of Cups and we got water over here. Yeah, I just get the feeling that you're no longer going to get, there's something about your emotions coming through. Maybe the emotions of others, maybe the emotions of yourself. Let me get some clarity. So guys, could you please clarify for me here this Queen of Cups? So guys, could you please clarify for me here this Queen of Cups? Thank you. We have the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so you're gonna be, maybe your emotions are gonna be very stable. Someone's emotions are gonna be more stable in the month of February 2026. This could be a mother figure, someone that you kind of rely on is possible, and you're gonna notice that they're gonna be a lot calmer with you. So you guys, can you please clarify the Queen of Cups for me, please? What is it trying to tell us? We have, the Magician. Okay. I feel like you're going to manifest someone into your life, like a friend, a therapist, or maybe a good friend or a good therapist who's going to see you on a timely manner and who's going to bring joy into your life again. Someone who you can relate to in a really good way, who's going to make you very happy. So this could be a friend, Pile 4. This could be a friend who makes you very happy. You're going to meet someone like this. It's going to be just fate, right? You're going to meet this person and they're going to make you really happy. They're going to be on your level. You're going to be able to relate to them. You're going to maybe be able to share similar jokes. This person will be like your sister from another mother or something. And there's just so much fun. You're going to have so much fun with this person. And so it's possible that maybe you maybe we're feeling like you couldn't find people that were on your level before. Maybe you had a hit and miss with friends or friendships that you try to form or keep, and it just feels like these people either don't get you, or they're not timely, or they're not funny, or they don't get your jokes, or they're dramatic. There's too much drama. But you're going to find someone who is right up your alley with being emotionally balanced, timely, fun, laughs at your jokes, gets your jokes. So you're gonna meet someone like this. So I'm happy for you, Pile 4. A good friend is a good thing. All right, if a good friend is a good thing, it adds to your quality of life when you have a good friend in your life. You know what I'm saying? So for your fifth piece of good fortune coming into your life in February 2026, we're getting the King of Cups. Interesting. We got the Queen of Cups, the King of Cups. All right, that's emotional balance and mastery. We have This is regulating your emotions, and this is mastering your emotions. We have your pinky finger turns into a bird. Very interesting. Very interesting imagery there. We'll have to look into what that's trying to tell us, what that's trying to say. We have fourth house, home and family. Okay, so we got fourth house, which is home and family. We got yin yang, balance. All right. So It's your 5th piece of good fortune coming into your life, February 2026. Yin yang and home and family. Balance. So right away, I'm seeing that there's some sort of emotional balancing or mastery that's playing a role in your 5th piece of fortunate news in the month of February 2026. I'm just getting like it has to do with your home life or someone in your family, like a family member. I feel like, you're going to find a balance in your situation, pal. In some situation, maybe having to do with family or father figure is what I want to say. Or, something like this. There's someone in your life who is very, very calm and balanced and rational. Perhaps you're really in need of this energy in your life. And I feel like this person is very level-headed. Or they're going to become that way. And they're going to restore balance to your home life in some type of way. So this could be a mate. This could be like a husband. It could be a family member that's male or not. But I feel like someone who's has a very calming effect is going to enter your life. And I feel like you may feel like, whereas you are in a situation where you feel like you always wanted to leave, you always wanted to go, you're going to realize you don't need to anymore. You're going to realize that. You're going to be more interested in sticking around or hanging around with this person. So it's possible you've been dealing with someone who has been maybe having some emotional balancing issues. Or maybe your home environment has not been necessarily all that calm, or some relationship has not been calm, but you're going to find that things are going to calm down. Maybe this person used to want to just always leave all the time, always leave. The slightest sign of anything going wrong, they just couldn't handle any stress, couldn't handle anything being weird at all. They just couldn't handle anything. And now I feel like, in the month of February 2026, you're going to notice a change. That person is going to learn how to balance themselves out. They're going to be more balanced in the way they respond to things and the way they react to things. It could be a man or a woman, doesn't matter. And so they're mastering their emotions. They're mastering how to respond to things. And I feel like this person is going to bring a stabilizing force into your life. I feel like maybe at times it'll still seem like this person is about to leave, but they won't. Maybe you've complained about this to this person and they're going to change this about themselves, and they will. So I see that there's some relationship stuff coming up here. Pile 4. Okay, this could be a friend, this could be a lover, this could be a father figure, or this could be it's gender neutral, could be anyone. Just apply it to your situation as it fits, and if it doesn't resonate, leave the rest for others. And that's something I'm seeing, is that some kind of situation in your home or family life, maybe a roommate even, is going to become more stabilized. This person is going to become more of a yin to your yang. They're going to learn how to balance out your energy nicely. I feel like sometimes when you meet with someone or you're dealing with someone who's not an energetic match for you, like you might do or say something and then they get very triggered by it, and all of a sudden you got this big old problem, which can imply a lack of compatibility. Or, but sometimes when you have a good match, then you may do something that's a little, off, or they may do something that's a little off, but you're able to respond to it in a balanced way. It doesn't trigger, or you're able to learn how, and so it kind of keeps things stable and even keeled. So I feel like there's some type of improvement coming to your relationship, a relationship you have currently, or perhaps this is you. I feel like it's possible that in February 2026, and this is just a side message for just a few of you, you will be balancing your mess, you will be balancing your energy, you'll be balancing how you deal with a conflict, and things will flow much better in a certain relationship or within your home. We got the Page of Pentacles. Someone might be getting a new job, or someone might be receiving a message in regards to a new job. That's a possibility. That's what I'm seeing. We're getting House 8, transformation, karma, facing fears, and legacies. Okay, interesting. Oops. We got Ansus, knowledge, speech, and intelligence. Wow, okay. So we're getting there's definitely going to be some type of communication, for sure. Some type of communication. that you're going to receive a message about a certain change. You're going to receive a certain message that lets you know that something happened, that everything's going to be okay, or that justice was served, or that, you know, things have fallen into place. You don't have to worry anymore about maybe someone who was scaring you or something like this, or a situation that was scaring you. You don't have to worry about it anymore. We're getting lotus eyes, enlightenment, visible through the eyes, third eye, reflection of cosmic energy within. Yes, you're going to see something. You're going to see something, a message in February 2026, my beautiful Power 4. It's going to be about something's changed. It's going to be a message to notify you that something has changed. And it's going to be about the way maybe someone speaks, or what someone has been saying, or what's been said about you, something like this. You're going to gain a certain knowledge. Right. So that's one message coming through. Another piece of good news, and that's just for some of y'all. Just take it as it resonates, okay, guys? That's how these work. I feel like something about your speech or your communications is going to improve in the month of February 2026, my beautiful Power 4. You're going to, it could be that someone who maybe was not communicating with you well in the past, or someone who didn't communicate with you at all, is going to communicate with you, and they're going to do it very intelligently, and they're going to do it in a way that's going to surprise you. You're going to be like, what? Maybe this person didn't used to talk to you in a calm or mature way in the past, but they're going to in February 2026. This could have to do with these emotional mastery energies we talked about here. With a certain relationship, they're going to be communicating with you in a way that makes you feel like, okay, things have changed. Someone has learned. Someone is learning how to talk to me in a way that makes sense, that's not weird, that's not triggering. That's a good piece of fortunate news coming through for you, Pile 4. I feel like maybe, maybe this has to do with your marriage for some of y'all, and maybe the way someone used to communicate with you worried you, and I feel like the way you wanted to do things is very different. Perhaps you're like, okay, you know what, I want to change this whole dynamic. I want to change how this whole thing is being done. Can we talk like this? Can we move like this? Can we communicate like this? And I feel like it's gonna work, Power 4. Either someone's gonna listen, someone's gonna grow up, and something is going to be very quantifiably different about the way you're being communicated with, the way you're being talked to, and it's going to be a good thing for you, Power 4. I mean, it's happy news for you. It is good fortune. Okay, that's all these readings are about, is good fortune right now, and so this is going to be a good thing for you. I'm also getting like karma. Karma keeps coming up, so I just get like this person is going to have learned their lesson. Someone's going to learn their lesson, Power 4. They're going to realize that, I was causing a problem with the way that I talk. I was like a fire-breathing dragon or something. I mean, this is like a bird of paradise or whatever. But this person, whoever they are, is going to realize that they need to stop that. They need to stop that. And that, the laws of karma are against them at this point in continuing to talk to you in toxic ways, in continuing to communicate with you in abrupt or hurtful ways. That at this point, now that they've been informed, now that their eyes are opened, it would behoove them to follow those rules with you, and that anything else is just going to bring them negative karma. This is what the good fortune is going to be coming to you in February 2026, my beautiful Power 4. Is someone around you is going to realize, oh my gosh, I need to speak to Power 4 respectfully at all times, follow the rules, pay attention to the details of what it is I'm saying. I need to stop that old way of being abrupt or abrasive, because then it's going to be like, when will I ever learn, right? When will I ever learn to talk to Power 4 correctly? When will I ever learn that what it is that is not good for the situation, that is not good for Power 4, and stop it. So I think this person just doesn't want to come across as retarded, and they also are very keenly aware of karma. They're aware that if they just keep going, it's not, and they don't change it, It's not going to be good. Here we see a bird. It's not going to be good for them, right? They're going to be incurring bad debts, bad karma, and they're going to be punished for it later on down in the timeline by God, the universe, and they know this. So they're not going to continue any kind of toxic patterns of talking with you at all. So now I'm seeing a bird, a bird in bones here, and then a bird in flesh. You see? So, like I said, they're going to end this bird, that was putting out this. I don't know. I don't get a good feeling from this. I don't know why. Like they were hurting you with something they would say. They're going to stop it. The eyes have been opened. Pile 4. Their eyes have been opened. They're going to stop that, okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at your final piece of good fortune that is coming your way in the month of February 2026. My beautiful pile 4. We got the 10 of cups. That's beautiful. We have together. Oh my gosh, you're seeing all these multiple hands and multiple cups. That's telling us something. Looks like you're going to have a lot of people involved in your situation in a positive type of way. We have I wallow sometimes. We got the 5 of cups. Okay, something had disappointed you in the past. We have nourish the shadow. Okay. We got a doggy here being watered. Okay. But nourishing the shadow, because our shadows play a role, right? Our shadow is that part of ourself that does things to sabotage us, that does things that keep us stuck. For instance, your shadow self is the one that, say you're a cigarette smoker and you're like, I've got to quit smoking cigarettes, and you do great, but day 1 you're not smoking, day 2 you're not smoking, and then about night 2, right, you're like, I can't do this. And so your shadow picks up the cigarette, goes out back and smokes a cigarette. Some might say, oh my gosh, your shadow is horrible. It sabotages you and stops you from, making progress, right? Making progress in life and overcoming all these obstacles and all this self-sabotaging habits or things that keep us stuck. And some might say that, but then some might say, actually, your shadow knew that you're doing a good thing. You spent 2 days not smoking, right? Smoking that cigarette. Well, maybe your shadow wanted to give you a bit of relief and make it a little bit easier for you, so you don't protect you from going cold turkey. And that's extremely hard to go just cold turkey. Period. Never again touch a cigarette. That can be painful, in some cases, depending on what substance you're trying to wean from. So your shadow, in this case, is doing you a favor, right? They are sort of helping you wean off of this thing and do this in baby steps rather than just all of a sudden gung-ho, just cold turkey, which is really hard and likely to crash and burn. So maybe your shadow element is trying to say, hey, let me give you a way out for now. You can go back to doing this for the next couple of days. And then if you ever feel like it's all too much, your shadow element, will step in and give you a break with a cigarette. So our shadows can play a role, okay, in our development that's actually helpful to us. That actually our shadows exist for a useful reason at times. And of course, destructive and self-sabotaging and stuff, but still, like for instance, maybe for instance, I'm just going back to that cigarette smoking analogy. Maybe the reason you were smoking cigarettes in the first place is because you need to relieve your stress. You're under a lot of stress, and you found cigarette smoking to be a very useful way to get rid of that stress. And so in that way, also your shadow is playing a role in helping bring down your stress. Sure, it's doing it at the cost of your lungs or your health or whatever, but that it serves a purpose. It serves a role. So, powerful, what I'm seeing here for you as far as your good fortune in the month of February 2026, I see that you may have suffered from some depression in the past. You may have maybe had some disappointments around family matters, maybe disappointments around not connecting with family. Maybe you avoided family or something like this, and you weren't your healthiest self. Maybe family hurt you deeply in some type of way, and so you avoided them. And I see that in the month of February 2026, that you will be reuniting with your family. That's one message coming through for some of y'all, that you'll be connecting. And that thing you lost, you were protecting yourself by staying away from them, maybe because you're hurt by something and it was toxic to you. But in so doing, you've lost the camaraderie, you've lost the harmonizing, the community, and you want to go back to that. pile 4. And I see that you'll go back to that. Maybe, this is that, nourishing your shadow element, this part of yourself. Maybe you allowed yourself to be antisocial for just a little bit. You allowed yourself to say, I don't need family, I don't want you, I don't need my community, I'm staying away from you. And so maybe that was healthy at the time, and your shadow element helped you accomplish this, get this break, get this retreat, get this withdrawal. And but now it feels like in February 2026 you're going to be like, okay, shadow, you did a good job, thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead though and reunite with my family. I'm going to go ahead and one for all for one, get back into the team spirit, get back into the camaraderie. It might not be a blood family. It could be a community. You belong to a club. You go to a group of friends you hang out with. I don't know what it is, but it feels like you'll be getting back to these people. I feel like they may beckon you back. Okay. They may say, come join us, come back to us, and you'll go with it if that's possible. Maybe you missed them, you felt a sense of loss about them, and yeah. So it's possible too, an alternative message for some of y'all is that you know a group of people that are not so great. Okay, they're good friends, they provide camaraderie, they provide friendship, they make you feel supported in some ways, but maybe they're toxic, maybe they behave in disappointing ways, maybe they encourage the bullying of other people, and you don't like that, or they are, maybe when you hang out with them, they encourage overspending, or I don't know what it is. It's something about maybe they tease you and you don't like the way they treat you, they don't respect you enough. But there've been some good moments with this group, there've been some good moments, and I feel like in the month of February 2025, you're going to go in with your eyes wide open. Okay, you're gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna go hang out with them. I know they're not great, but I'm gonna get what I need, the good that's there. I'm gonna get that. Feed my soul, feed my spirit with the harmoniousness, and then so basically allow your shadow to bring you back to this toxic group for just a bit, and you're gonna enjoy their company, and then you're going to let me see what's under here. And then you're going to withdraw again. So you're just going to water your shadow, give your shadow just a little bit of water your shadow dog. I can see that there. And let yourself give into something for a bit, so you can get some of the other benefits that come along with this, so you're not so much at an extreme where you're just like cold turkey, gung-ho, never see them again, cut them off, because you had memories with these people, you grew up with them, and there's some things that you like about them, so you're going to show up, get those things, and then you're going to step out again. So it's almost like maybe you used to hang out with them every day, but in February 2026 you're going to say, well, let me just go pay them a visit. And you're going to enjoy it, pile 4. You are. But you're going to do it with your wide eyes wide open. That's the beauty of it. There's going to be wisdom this time. You're not going to be helplessly lost in the patterns of, I'm stuck with them, I don't know if I can ever find different friends or ever be free of them or whatever. You're going to go in knowing how they are and connect with them and keep it short and leave. Get what you need and leave. So you're going to do it from a balanced place. So this is going to be good news for you. Now, I'm also getting pile 4. This is another message coming in for some of you that there is something maybe you've been dealing with where you felt alone. You felt alone, pile 4. Perhaps you've been isolated or felt like you didn't get to have many friends and you never really did, or maybe you lost your friends from your old town and you're in a new town, or I don't know what it is. It just feels like there's this idea that you are there's a sense of loss around family or community or groups of friends or something like this. And I feel like you will have that pain relieved, pal. Look, we got a drop coming out of the eye, and we got a drop pouring onto the black dog. So I see that you're going to get some kind of relief. You're going to connect with some people, pal 4. You're going to find a group of friends or a group of people to connect with. They're going to make you feel like you belong again. They're going to help you get away from this I'm a loner story that you tell yourself, or I'm alone, I'll never find friends again. It's going to help you break free of that so that you can connect with these people and feel whole again. Feel like you're a part of something again. So this could be a new group, or this could be just reconnecting with an old group, or a group that you've been seeing around for a while, something like this. And you're finally going to connect with that group. Maybe you were feeling left out or feeling like you were not included. Well, I feel that all that's going to change February 2026. If you want to belong to this group, you will be belonging, Pile 4, and it's going to do so much for you. It's going to help heal some of this depression and sadness that you've been dealing with. And that's why I'm seeing the cards for you this time. Let me go ahead and pull some stones for you. Let's do an energy reading that way about what good fortune is coming into your life in the month of 2026, February. Be right back. Okay, so we have joy. Oh my gosh. Yes, joy is going to come back into your life, Pile 4. If you've been feeling kind of down in the dumps about something, I definitely see that. It could be about your marriage. It could be about a connection. It could be about the way you handle your career or something like this. Or, you're going to feel joy because I feel like you're going to receive support through multiple situations. You're going to have a good therapist, or you're going to have a good friend. You're going to be dealing with people who have managed to balance out their emotions. I just see joy. I see joy because you're going to connect with a light worker. Positive influences are going to enter your life, Pile 4, in February 2026, who are going to be helping you feel better about yourself. Okay, we got best team ever. Yeah, you're going to be uniting with someone. You're going to be working together with someone, and it's going to bring a lot of joy into your life, like I've said. I'm getting this like therapist vibe or friend who is just so good for you. You might even make like 2 new friends or something like this. Or it could be the same person. There's just this person who's just going to be just amazing for you, Pile 4. They're going to make you feel so happy. They're going to be like an actual friend that you can be like, yes, this is my friend. I'm feeling it. They're with me. We're connecting. We're jiving, and we're good for each other. And this person's not toxic at all. This kind of thing. So I'm getting a lot of messages around friends, connections, a relationship possibly. We're getting emotional, another relationship with someone who's balancing themselves out and learning to be a good fit for you, that kind of thing. We have the happiness. So yes, you're gonna be happy, Pile 4. Especially when it comes to, there was a situation I described earlier about paying off debts or coming to the end of some sort of instability that had been ongoing for a while. Things are finally gonna become more stable. I'm seeing that it has something to do with money or your finances or your job, or possibly, but it could be just the dynamics in a friendship, or dynamics, some type of dynamics in some type of situation where maybe you had a goal, you had a place you were trying to reach, but you're going to reach the end of that phase. And I'm seeing freedom to be yourself, freedom to just enjoy the space that is there. Next, we're getting success. Yeah, you're going to be very successful, Pile 4, in 2026, February 2026. Again, like I said, finding good friends, finding quality people in your life who are non-toxic, or someone toxic transforming into someone who's like, all right, I got to get my act together for around Pile 4. I can't do this. I gotta be, on point with Pile 4, period. Okay, so we have health. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So yeah, definitely I'm seeing that, and it's health. I feel like when it comes to your emotional well-being, health when it comes to your relationships. Man cannot be an island unto himself. We're surrounded by people. We're surrounded. Community, is us. That is what we are. We're communal creatures. So I feel like you're going to be getting and attracting healthy connections into your life, or connections that are healing and getting better and improving. Something like this. Okay. So that's good, happy news for you, Pile 4. That is the theme here for you. We have you are beautiful. So Pile 4, I see that people are going to, there's a group that lost you. I do see that maybe they lost you. They're going to feel the loss of you. They're going to feel the loss of you, and they're going to want you back because you are beautiful, Pile 4. Okay. You're beautiful, and they want your energy. These people want your energy. People want you around, Pile 4, and that's going to be evident in the month of February 2026. You are going to, perhaps someone's going to be motivated to change who they are and be better because of your beauty. Someone's going to be motivated to speak to you more gently because of your beauty, because of the beauty of your being, not just the beauty of your body, but the beauty of your being, right? The kinds of energies that you cultivate, who you are. You're very intelligent, you speak well, you have a lot of knowledge, you're enlightened, and I feel like this is going to attract others Remember, we saw here, water seeks its own level. Therefore, I attract those who can meet me where I'm on my journey. So the people around you are going to want to measure up to you, Power 4, or you're going to be attracting new people who are on your level because they can perceive it. And I feel like you're coming out of a phase where you're maybe been attracting toxic people, and you're going to be entering a phase. And February is one of those months, Power 4, for you, where you're going to be really enjoying, good connections. It's going to be, you're going to be more balanced in that way. You're going to be so grateful, and you're going to be so happy about it, Power 4. And that's what I'm seeing the cards for you when it comes to your good fortune and good news coming for you in the month of February 2026. I hope this resonated. If it did, please give it a thumbs up. If you enjoyed this message and would like to claim the blessings in it, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, and feel free to leave me a comment in the comment section. I love to chat. Take good care of you, okay? And I'll catch up with you at the next one. Bye.